deep diving into these cases is like dancing with the devil. But when you dance with the devil doesn't change. He changes you. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Who we got up in here? Lots of people chatting. Holy crap. Shuby Mom, Christina Fowler, Rainbow, Tracy Carr, Rose RNC, Frankie, Bubba, Dazed and Confused, Amy, Tracy, Melanie, Belinda, Shuby already, Shell, Mallory, Sam I Am, Connor Gunning, Julie Labrador, Mama, Annie, Shelly, Becky. Welcome, everybody. So how's everybody Sunday doing? I did not sleep good. I had tummy issues. I woke up and my wrist is just killing me. I can hardly do anything. It's falling apart. Yeah, we're going to have Jays for Justice podcast coming on soon. But in the meantime, let's get some coffee going. Let's turn it on. Okay, it's going to take a minute. I hate I miss your Sunday morning lives, but I love you all and I will watch after church. All right, Dalen. It does suck getting old, Bubba. Just getting worse and worse. Carpal tunnel. I don't know what it is. Just every now and then it's a little bit sore. If I move it around, it'll like crack and it'll be fine. It's like it's almost kind of partially out of place. Hey, Chai Jen. Yep, no rush. Jay will be here in a couple minutes.
I just want to say it wasn't Prairie Boy who blocked Rose RN. That was me. It was under Mr. Share's name, but that was me. But anyway, don't hit him up by Greg.
Apparently, there's issues there. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Remember when I?
Yeah. Oh, I remember her now.
Yeah. So that's why.
Well, fair enough. Hey, Dragonfly. Good morning, everyone. Well, good afternoon for some of you. With me has been horrible the past few days. Go downstairs like a baby. Step 1 foot at a time, yeah. Well, hopefully it's not bugging me by tomorrow. Ah, crap. Still, it's better, but it's still not quite right. It'll be all right.
Which one? That one?
Yeah. Rub me up nice.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, I heard the beep, but I can't let go. Give me 1 sec, kid.
I got it.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
I know it's loud. I can't hear the phone.
Can you guys hear me okay? Can you hear me?
How you doing this morning, Jay?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Because I'm just
This
using,
is too loud.
Yeah, I just making
it's too loud. Oh, you have an espresso machine. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
I'm jelly.
Yeah, it was cheaper than a Keurig, so we figured why not.
I hate the Keurig. I had a couple of those. They always break, but I didn't like it because the coffee wasn't strong enough for me.
Mm.
As I got older, I needed more oomph, you know? I still don't have enough oomph, but
There's not enough oomph in the world once you get
no,
a certain age.
it really isn't. You got that shit right. So I did a special setup for you guys today. I'm outside.
Oh.
I'm outside. I'm in my robe. Got my robe on.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, we're live.
Well, we are live, yes. We were
Hey.
live when we first got here.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for the heads up, the shares.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Appreciate that. Just kidding.
Oh, God.
Hang on, let me turn it on so I can see the comments.
That could have been bad.
I had no idea
Right?
that you were live. Yeah, good thing. Well, I hope you guys would have cut me off before I said something real out of turn.
Oh, yeah. Well, like you ever saying anything really bad anyway.
Not publicly.
Yeah, I've made my mistakes. Cotton Candy Tits. She says that, ladies, there's a Victoria's Secret sale. $30 ropes. That's
Ooh. This is so high. He's so tall. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. It's really warm here. Like this is kind of like stifling, but it's humid.
I love it. She's in her robe.
I told you, and I'm outside.
You're outside?
I'm in my patio. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you see these curtains moving, it's because it's kind of breezy, but it's humid.
It's hot in here, but it's cold outside.
Donnie,
it was really
look
cool.
At Donnie Rosling, Linoleum Mafia in the house. If you don't know that story, Mr. Sher, I can fill you in on that.
Yeah, fill us in because I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys. Thanks for inviting me for coffee. This is fun.
Oh, I'm happy you showed up.
He's been so
excited. I was going to stand you up.
No.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, shut up. No.
Oh, I know. Everybody stands him up. Everybody loves him, actually.
You know that song that Blake Shelton, you don't know probably because you hate country, but I don't really like country, but the song that Blake Shelton sings about Gwen Stefani, I always think about that for me and him. When he's like, I'm okay with being the guy with the girl or whatever.
I don't know it.
Oh, he sings all about how Gwen Stefani is like, everyone loves Gwen Stefani and he's just a country singer and it's like all about her.
Like she's the star and he's just her sidekick.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Everybody's jealous because it's cold.
Yeah, look at.
Oh, you guys got snow?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so pretty. Right before Christmas too, though. That's nice.
That's disgusting.
It's nice to look at.
Sure wants palm trees with Christmas lights in them for Christmas.
Oh, I know. My daughter was just here visiting and we went driving around and everything, all the palm trees, like they wrap the bases, like the trunks of them. And they just look so cool. And then we went to this place called Botanical Gardens and they have everything decorated, all the trees and different themes. It's really cool. So it's nice walking around, you know, because it's 70 degrees at night and it's been really warm.
I love Florida at Christmas time.
You love Florida, period?
I love Florida, period, but I always go, every time I've been, it's been at Christmas and New Year's time.
Like, just for, like, one random state out of 50, she mentions Florida At least twice a week. At least.
Isn't
I
that
love
funny? Cher, I have always been that way. When I graduated, the first thing I did, I wasn't even 18 yet. I was still 17 because my birthday is November. So I graduated, I was still 17. Me and two girlfriends packed up our cars with our shit and we drove to Daytona Beach and we lived there. We only made it 9 months because we
That's good. Daytona's expensive.
but oh my God, it was crazy, but it was so fun. But I've always, ever since my girlfriend took me with her parents to Disney in like 7th grade, and I saw like palm trees and just all the plants and the flowers and everything's always green and just the whole climate. I just love it. And I was obsessed with it. So I get what he's saying. Like I always told myself I will live here one way or another, you know. And I've been back and forth.
That's where my best memories are. I had shitty childhood, but every time we went to Florida, I would just run off, and I wouldn't be home unless it's time to eat or sleep.
I hope that you could, you know what would be cool? I hope that you guys can someday be at the point where you can, at Christmas, just go to Florida and have like a week in Florida and just have those memories every year.
That's
that would be so good.
Best time to go to for the weather there. It's not too hot. It's not.
No, it's perfect. It's
live in Florida. Love it. Oh my goodness, you look like a diva. You're like.
You've never seen me smoke. Shut up. Shut up, Cher.
Meryl Streep of YouTube.
Meryl Streep of YouTube in her robe and smoking. No, it looks so classy. Not that smoking school guys don't smoke, but it looks I'm like, I'll be like this.
I show up in a robe and I just look sloppy.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You should have theme music playing right now.
I've never done this before. I'm a new
right behind her.
Now you got me self-conscious. I never smoke on lives. Like I never do that except like if I'm doing casual shit like this, you know, or on my other channel, just talking about whatever.
I like when, like you, because you're always so serious and like so in the places, and so you have to be like serious with Gabby Petito and that. You don't really like you get your laughs and stuff, but I like when you do like channels like this when you can just be relaxed, not worry about what's coming out of your mouth so much.
Right. Yeah, it's way more just chill. I don't have to I don't have to feel so pre-planned, you know.
Yeah. That's what I really like about these lines, actually.
Yeah, because I mean, being pre-planned is great, but like you're always thinking, you know, you really can't be in what you're talking about. I always replay my own stuff because I really don't absorb everything that's going on when I'm streaming. Yeah. So it's cool to just sit back and be hosted, you know, and not have to worry about, oh, is my connection good? Is the audio good? Am I muted? I can just kick back and chill. Oh shit, you guys have an elf. What's his name?
Charlie.
Charlie, where'd you get that?
My son's named him Charlie.
Cute. Have you guys been doing it?
No, because this should be with my kids, and it was in my suitcase.
Oops.
Yeah. And so was his dog.
Aw. I like the dog. Does it have a little barrel around its neck?
Yeah.
I always loved that dog in the, what is it, Looney Tunes or something?
Yeah, or no, that commercial when the dog would run through the snow. I think it was bringing medicine to a sick old man.
Yeah. I love those dogs.
I'm old. I don't know this commercial.
I remember that commercial.
I thought it was funny yesterday when I sent you guys the picture. I did not get out my mug because Mr. Cher had his. I noticed after. We both took our picture with our mugs yesterday.
Yes, I was laughing about that too. I was like,
but I didn't do it on purpose. Yeah.
How vain are we?
Yeah.
Right? Could we be?
I didn't even know that until Cher pointed it out, because I was just, okay, well, how did she take her picture? Because I want to kind of match it. So I just looked, you're a little bit off to the side, sipping. So that's how I took mine.
I even shit. I'm like, oh, for real? You have to have your merch cup. And then I seen your picture. I'm like, oh, she has hers.
I thought it was so funny. Because I second guessed myself. I was like, should I use it? And then I was like, fuck it, I will.
Oh, you two are
Because
like
this
so
thing is
funny.
3 years old. Like I had this made. This was like the OG mug that I had made, and it was made like Vistaprint or something like that when I first came on YouTube. And I was like, oh, since we've been revisiting all this early YouTube drama, I'll break out the mug. And then when Cher sent me the link, I was like, we both used our merch. It was cool.
Oh, and merch is Jane Joseph's merch is pinned in the comments, guys.
Oh, thanks, Cher.
We both had a mug of each other's.
Oh, yeah, that would have been
so
right.
That would have been good.
Yeah, I decided to bring it back because I had it out yesterday. Yesterday, I was live on Natasha's, and it was funny because I have one of these on my desk. Dude, people will find and see anything. This is proof of it. Listen to this. I had one of these on my desk, right? And we were trying to stream an episode, and YouTube kept cutting it off. You know how they do that? Like when you're playing something off like a network, it'll pause it and say, da da da, and then it'll wait, and then your stream will pick up. Well, that kept happening. So I said, hang on, let me share my camera, and I'll put my iPad up to it. Totally ghetto. So I'm trying to prop up the iPad with this mug that's on my desk, and there's a baggie inside it, right? And one of the subs one of the chatters says, nice baggie, J for J. And I was like, what are they talking about? So I'm looking at my table. I'm like, I don't see anything. Then I look in the mug and I'm like, oh my God. So I pull it out. I'm like, it screws, people. Like there were screws in there. I'm like, it's screws. It's not anything bad. But man, they saw that damn baggie and they were like, nice baggie, J for J. I'm like, what are you seeing?
They will find anything. Geez.
Yeah. It was crazy. So I literally got him out because I'm like, let's squash that right now.
All right, so I'm just going to put this out there. Our cat's collar is missing, so if any of y'all spot that in the background, we woke up this morning, and Matthias has his collar on. Or no, Tubbs has his collar on. Matthias somehow got out of his collar, and I can't find it anywhere in the house. Is that the black one? Yeah.
Do you want to see how bougie I am this morning? Look what I brought outside.
Oh, my God.
Nice. Nice.
I like that. If there's wine in it.
Oh, God.
I'm never this organized. It's because you hosted. I didn't have to do shit but show up.
There you go.
When
Cher sets everything up for me. Like she does the thumbnails and everything. I just show up.
Oh, you got it made.
I do.
You got it made. I do everything. I do the thumbnails, the editing, everything. And then I like have to teach myself how to use all this stuff. And
yeah, that part I actually kind of like the editing and the gear. But setting up the lives and doing thumbnails, Cher is so much better at that than me.
I like doing thumbnails, even though mine are kind of tacky because I just do them on my phone.
They're very good.
I think you do those on your phone?
Yeah.
I do it all.
Oh, wow.
I do everything on my phone. I don't use a computer.
I keep telling her she should learn
pretty
the
crazy.
computer stuff because she'd be very good at it. But
well, I had a laptop when I first started YouTube. I had 2 laptops, but then COVID starts, and so my kids needed them for school. And I don't want to have important stuff on a laptop with murder and stuff that I'm handing over to my kids.
Well,
so I just started doing it all off my phone.
You need a computer, girl. Oh my gosh, if you do all that on your phone, you will rock it out on a computer.
Everything that's been done in 2 years is off my phone. Everything on my phone.
Listen, you get yourself a computer and you're gonna be blown because seriously, I can't do anything on my phone when it comes to streaming.
I'm the exact same way. I've got a computer and I have the camera and Adobe Premiere and Sony Vegas for editing. Like the sky's the limit with what she could actually do. It's like
reading Chinese to me, though.
You are so limited on your phone, Cher. Like what you could learn, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of stifled. Like you could only go so far on your phone. But imagine like what you could learn on a computer, and the sky's the limit on where you could go with it. You know what I mean?
Taking over your spot.
I know. Look at all this pollen. It's gross. It's really gross.
Did you see Did you see that channel that's going and saying how much our channels make? They actually think I'm making $100,000 a year.
Oh my God.
Are you
You know
kidding
what?
me?
I
Yeah, my
wish.
husband came home the other day. He was listening to something while he was working, and he's like, "Do you know how much Natasha Cooper makes every year?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, 80 grand. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Where did you get that?" He's
Yeah,
like, "That's what people are finding. They
because
found out people's salaries." I'm like,
they're
that can't be
lying.
right.
Because they're adding, like, so I have a GoFundMe and they're trying to say, well, the average person donates $324 a year, as if I'm getting every average person's donations on my GoFundMe. My
Where are
GoFundMe is
they?
easy to see. I don't even remember that channel, but they're stupid. I left a comment on there like, oh, really? I'll be a millionaire in no time, hon.
I thought they were getting that from like Social Blade or something.
That's what I thought.
I don't know
Because
where
that
they're getting
Because
it
that
from.
thing's
Social
so
Blade has
out.
that estimate, right?
Mm.
Somewhere between $2 and $10,000 a month. Like
Hey,
they
somewhere
really
between
nail it down
$2
for you.
and 2 million.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. I look at it, I'm like, really? I've had like really good months, and I've gone there, and it says that I've made like just a few $100s. I'm like, this thing is not totally cool. But before anybody freaks out, Natasha and I talked about that yesterday. What I just said, because I told her my husband heard that. We were on a live yesterday, and I did tell her, I'm like, he heard you makes
And
80
it's not
grand.
true. It's not true. I know she doesn't make that much because I don't make that. I make nowhere near what they said. I won't see that probably in my lifetime what that guy said on that channel.
I wonder what they said I made. Did they talk about me?
I don't know. I'm gonna look.
Who was it? I
Mad
did. I said cotton candy tits. I can't remember what your comment was, but I read it. I know I did.
Yeah, I said
Because
J Sub said my special name.
I thought it's too early to say cotton candy tits, but I said it anyways.
Gosh,
That's how I
it's
remember cotton
morning,
candy.
people. Children are home.
Am I on speaker? I'm just kidding.
Did you just say that?
I think somebody wants your guys' merch mugs.
All of our links are in the description of this live. Everything. Our different channels, our memberships, our merch, and even Sherry's tip jar, Cash App.
Everything's in the description, and the pinned comment has J for Justice's merch.
Yeah,
Thank
I didn't
you.
think
So I
about
brought
that.
back the mugs. That's why I shared that.
I need a mug, baby. Or a shirt. Or one of everything. I'll be her walking billboard. Please tell Santa!
Oh, someone said that I should change. I have a shirt in there about the Carlton Reserve. And it says I searched the Carlton Reserve and all I found was this dumb t-shirt or something. But someone said I should change it to I got off my fat ass and or make a new one that says I got off my fat ass and searched the Carlton Reserve. I was told that I need to sit on all I do is sit on my fat ass and stream everybody.
Aren't people lovely?
Okay. Yeah, they're great. They're just especially in the YouTube community.
Yeah.
They're so pleasant.
Just absolutely wonderful human beings.
Mm.
And you find out a lot about yourself when when they just offer their opinions.
Mm-hmm. You know, I have to say though, the ones that stick around and the ones that are like your regular, that you always know are going to be there. And like, if you go live and you don't see them, you're wondering where they're at, right?
Yeah.
Those are the ones that really know you and like you, I think. Like, they see through, all your flaws, whatever you've done, whatever people have come at you about, and they still show up because they like you.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the ones that matter.
Absolutely, yeah.
I try not to focus on the ones that are a-holes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if I was a listener, if like the creator that I was listening to that I liked was always focusing on like the negative people who were chatting versus the ones that show up every time, I would start to feel like I'm really not appreciated, you know? And that's something I've been thinking about lately, just as far as, you know, the people that do come every time and are involved in the discussions that we want to focus on. So that's my takeaway from all the drama.
Yeah.
Like, you have to find a silver lining, Prairie Boy, because it's all so negative.
Yeah. Well, I don't get a lot of negative. Like Cher gets hammered all the time, but they don't really come at me.
Yeah. I know you get things, you know, people go around her, try to get to you to get to her too.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, that's
shitty.
pretty much all I get. Got idiots emailing me saying I'd be so much happier and better off if I left Cher, and I was like, that's just ridiculous.
Who says that to somebody anyways?
Just awful people.
The fact that these people would go out of their way to email you or message you or reach out or whatever just to say that says a lot about them.
Oh yeah, it does. It says more about them than it does about us.
I think that's so sad.
It is.
But you know,
I just feel bad for them.
That's where these people go, though. They go in people's real lives. They try to hurt them. Like if it doesn't hurt, you know, that they go live and talk about you, if that doesn't get to you, then they go a layer deeper. And then if that doesn't get you, then they go another layer deeper. And I've seen no limits to where these people will go, because I've seen CPS called on people. I've seen swatting where, you know, people have called and said, you know, so-and-so is a mother, she's with her kids, she has a gun, she's threatening to kill herself, she's threatening to kill her children. And I mean, every officer that's in the vicinity will show up pounding on that door. You know, that's serious shit.
Yeah, it is.
And I just don't get it. I don't know how it goes from a platform online to that. Like, how did we get
I'm
from
with you.
that?
I don't get it either. I don't understand why people can be that hateful over someone they don't even know. It's just someone they see on a website.
But do you feel like sometimes it's like they'll go to that limit just... Wait, hold on. There's a car. My husband's leaving. Hold on. I don't know how loud that is on your end.
I heard it. It wasn't
bad. What was I saying? I'm sorry.
People will go to that limit.
Oh, yeah. Do you think that people are going like to that limit to scare these people to get off YouTube? Like they want them off YouTube for whatever reason, jealousy, you know, they're competitive or they're doing better than them, whatever the case is. I almost feel like they take it that far to say, to kind of scare them into, God, this isn't worth it.
So
I think it goes, they want the person off YouTube, but the fact that they can have an effect,
that makes them feel powerful.
They feel power, so they keep pushing it.
Remember, I don't know if we started talking before or after I got Zoe, but I was washing my face. It's Kleenex from my nose. I rescued a dog at work one day. So it was before I really had my channel. Her name is Zoe. She's my kids' Rottweiler, protects them, everything. She was being used for nothing but pumping out Rottweiler babies. And she was not doing well at all. And I just remember she came into my work one day and I took her. And I was like, you guys, if you don't want this dog, like she cannot have her belly, her boobs were sagging on the ground. Like she was uncomfortable. She looked depressed in her face. I was like, I will take her home tonight. You can leave her here at my job. I will take this dog from you. And they left her. And because of my reports, people started calling in because they found my address, everything. They started calling the police to say that I had animals and stuff. Well, I'm allowed animals, people. As people know, those charges were only so that they could get money. They know the charges belong on my sister. I am allowed animals. That is only a misdemeanor charge. I do not have a felony charge. And I was not even there. If people actually take the time and read the reports, I was not even freaking there to abuse animals. I was nowhere to be found, actually. So anyway, they tried having not just my dog taken from my children, but try and have all my rescue sugar gliders taken and everything. But no animals were ever removed because
And
I'm
this was
not allowed
because
to
of
have.
online?
Yeah, and making child protective services calls because they were worried if I abused and neglected animals that I would abuse and neglect my children. And yeah, this was right before meeting him, I think, because I was still managing the dollar store. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
They
So
will
when did
go.
you start on YouTube?
I
Same.
started right before the pandemic, like 3 months before COVID hit.
So you weren't around in like 2019 during like the Watts.
Yeah, I was around. I didn't start my channel till it was already like Watts was already a thing. I started my channel because of doing the Run the Glover stuff, but was already a thing. But I was watching all of you guys.
So you
I
started your channel just a few months before the
COVID. It was actually
well, a
Thanksgiving
few
time.
months before the Gillespie call.
Yes. I started my channel right before that, and then that's when certain other assholes came to me and was like, I
So
need
you
you.
were brand new.
It was
And
brand
you
new.
were brought on the scene, and the first thing was,
Yep.
don't like this girl, Jay for Justice.
Yes.
Why do cats always put their butt in your
Because
face?
right away it was that certain
Yeah, ours does that too.
it was that certain person, and I was watching them because of the whole thing. I was watching you. I was watching a few other people I won't mention because they're not worth it. And yeah, I was watching all of them, and I was chatting along with everybody, and then I kept trying to get these channels. I probably messaged you, and I was trying to get onto your guys' channels to talk about Rhonda. And finally, there was a couple YouTubers were like, I will do this for you, but
Who's Rhonda?
I'm going to have you on to do it. Like, you are going to have to start a channel and speak of this case yourself. You have content here. I will bring you up on my channel. But a lot of them were like, I do reactions. This isn't really my thing, but I'll bring you up so that you can be heard. Absolutely. And then they just kept saying, but I think you should start your own channel. I think you should start your own channel. And I was like, oh, okay. And then right away,
Okay.
they kind of took me right in because I was already in the chats of some of those people. So
Interesting. I always find it interesting how everybody started,
mhm.
you know, because it's kind of weird. Like I was saying yesterday on the live I was on, just talking about, you know, the first YouTubers that you come in contact with when you start YouTube. Usually that's the first community you get pulled into, you know?
Yeah.
So my first thing was I was live with my friend Oni at the time, and Molly Go Lightly and Gray Hughes came in to our panel. We were talking Watts Discovery. It had just come out. And they came on our Zoom, and I was like, oh, these are some major YouTubers. Like I was just like enamored. I thought Gray Hughes was like the biggest YouTuber in true crime, you know? And that was kind of how I got acquainted with Molly Go Lightly, you know, and then she became really good friends with my friend Oni. And that's that, you know. So that was like, then I got introduced into that drama community via her.
Yeah. Oh.
With like, you know, Perplexed and Makeup Mobster and all those, you know, old school drama channels. I don't even know if you're familiar with, but it's just weird how there's these little cells and we kind of get drug into them, you know, like
But when when you first started your channel and everything, so like me, I was following your large channels. It was large. Well, you are large, but you were always larger than what I had, right? But I would follow you guys. But like when certain people reached out, the one that I supported very, very loyally, when she reached out to me privately, I was like, holy shit, like, she wants to be my friend. She's asking me to protect her channel. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so special. That's how they get some people.
I couldn't get that. When you're new, yeah, I mean, this is a
Yeah.
whole new world. You're opened up to this world, and it's like, whoa, you don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure all this out at once. It's just crazy to think back on it.
Yeah, it's a whirlwind for sure. For me, I feel like I look back at it sometimes and I'm like, holy, like, I don't even know how I got here today because I don't even know what I was doing because I was actually being controlled by so many people and just, okay, I'm trying
And
to
I
like
think too,
not
if you're
piss people
new,
off.
once they reel you in, then you're kind of in that net, right?
Yep. And it's so hard to get out.
Yeah. See, I didn't start out that way because, like, Gray Hughes, I mean, Molly Golightly did influence Oni a lot, but not so much me because she did a lot of drama and, like, her and Oni just connected on that level where I was more like serious true crime. So she didn't really influence me that much. And Gray Hughes wasn't that kind of person, you know? So, like, where he would say, oh, don't, you know, avoid this person and avoid that. I didn't have that kind of influence. I had more of like of course, Molly put that influence out there, but it was like, take it with a grain of salt. So
You're
to have like a true crime creator that you thought was legit, you know, doing well and growing, I could see where you'd feel that way.
Yeah. Well, some people have said that to me too, like, oh, you creators, like they feel like we are reality stars that they can talk to. And I'm like, I do not like that, but I actually understand that because that is actually how I felt. I felt like I was talking to a YouTube celebrity and they were personally asking me to back them up and protect their channel, you know? And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I got you. Like, definitely. And it was bad. He would tell me all the time, like, so this is not right. The things that they're telling you and want you to do are lies. And I'm just like, no, 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 no. And yeah.
Yeah, that was all messed up.
You're
I
gonna
was just this
See,
lonely old biker trying to get 100 views on my videos. And
so
holy,
yeah, how did you guys come
this
across
world.
each other?
Oh, it was crazy. Just complete culture shock.
mm-hmm.
How did you guys come across each other?
Chris Watts.
Yeah, we had a mutual friend who was a biker, so I knew him. And he was also in the true crime thing, so Cher knew him.
He did Chris Watts like asshole videos against Armchair Detective.
Yeah, that's basically all he ever does.
Yeah.
Bash Armchair Detective. But
and so I knew him through there, but he had another channel that was nothing to do with true crime where he's just a motor vlogger. And he started off a motor vlogger. And so he had just mentioned one night, hey, I'm going on a Monday night to Prairie Boy 77 live stream if you want to hang out. And so I showed up and I was like, dang, that beard though.
yeah.
So how long ago was that? And then you moved. How long did
It was
that?
almost 2 years. February would be 2 years since we first
Wow, you
started.
guys have patience of saints. It's a long
Yeah, so
time.
mine was a year and a half before I came here.
Yeah, because she was
Well,
trying to come up. She tried to come up like 6 or 7 months after we first met, but with the COVID thing, she couldn't get on the plane.
Yeah.
So that got scrapped for a few months, and then she came up.
Then I just
hey,
drove.
you know what? It made you grow fonder and appreciate each other more, right?
Well, it all
I
worked out.
bet that sucked though, man.
Yeah,
That's a long time.
We were friends and just did nothing but talk every day for a long time. And I don't know, some of you maybe cannot relate, but some of you girls can probably relate. I've never been friends with someone before dating them. So it's very different. I recommend being friends first.
Yeah, it's a good concept. I didn't try that until I was older too. So
I don't think we were really trying to impress each other either, because what we would do is we would literally play 21 questions like every day. We would just ask each other questions, and it's bad. I'm like, tell me the deepest, darkest shit about yourself, shit that you wouldn't tell no one else or no one else in your life. No, like we would talk like that with each other. We weren't right off the bat really trying to impress each other. Yeah, I thought he was hot.
You were just
but
raw right off.
we were
Right
both
off the bat.
in situations. Yeah, we just really needed good friends at the time, and we were there for each other.
Yeah, and it bloomed from there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's a cool story. So I think that hearing that, I see why people, you know, I mean, as nasty as people are, why they're emailing Mr. Cher, trying to put a wedge in between you guys. I mean, look at what they do to YouTubers who don't even know each other in person. So it kind of makes sense that you're a YouTube couple, and people are going to be A, jealous of that, and B, try to, you know, put a wedge in that. Because what's more exciting than causing a riff and watching them play it out live, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I
Because
forget
we
that.
know Cher doesn't have a poker face, so if she's mad at Mr. Cher and their shit's not good, we're going to be
Yeah.
able to tell.
Yep.
They're creating their own reality show.
Yeah.
And it's sick. It's really sick.
It is. But it's only a small percentage too. Most people just like enjoying and getting to know people. But yeah, it only takes a couple. We just want to stir the pot.
Yep. And then they
Sorry,
all jump on the train. I love that, by the way. Toot toot.
I gotta change it now. My dad said, because so last night was so bizarre for me. I was so proud, but I have always said the crazy train, right? Last night, my dad, I had him on live, and he was like, "All aboard the crazy ship," and I was like, "Whoa, what?"
The crazy ship.
I'm like, "It's a train, Dad. It's a train, not a ship." But
oh yeah, you got to do the ship too. Just switch it up.
Like a ship and a train.
Throw it out there every now and then just to keep people on their toes. That's cute. The crazy ship.
I was so proud. You should have heard my dad talking about conspiracy theories last night. It was so funny. I felt like I was a parent so proud. I'm like, listen, talk about conspiracies. That's my dad.
Yeah,
what conspiracies were you guys talking about?
JFK, apparently he is very passionate about.
There's a new documentary that just came out too.
Ooh, I have to tell him that. I don't know if he.
I'm trying to think where it's on. Somebody
Checking Convictions is going to be my new stepmom. Her and my dad.
Is there a love connection?
They're love.
No way.
No, my dad was like, "Hey," last night, because she was like, I think people were telling me my dad sounds cute and they like his accent. So I've made a community post. My dad says, "Hey" to the single ladies or whatever. It was funny. Anyway, so checking last night was like something about my dad, and I told my dad live, and he was like, "What's her name? Oh, hey, Linda."
Oh, you put him on live last night. Okay, I didn't understand. I was half asleep. I was so tired yesterday when you texted me. I was like, you said, listen when you can. And then you said, I'm calling him. And I'm like, how am I going to hear your phone call with your dad? What is she talking about?
No, he went on.
I'm a little slow sometimes. Sorry.
Thanks for being there for my baby girl. Yeah, he was all being.
Oh, you should start Dad a channel.
I've already got that in mind, but we have to go and meet with him first because he's been in. He doesn't know his phone. He only knows how to text right now. He only has texting, so he has to learn everything. He is like a dinosaur.
He's got to get the basics.
He's been very institutionalized, so he doesn't.
So really he got out when, Cher?
He's been in and out, but it sounds like he's been out for about 2 years now and doing well. So.
Wow, that's. I bet you got a lot of mixed feelings about all of that. That's got to be a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited though. I know he did bad things, but
I mean, that's still your dad.
Yeah, and I told him, like, we had contact one other time right before so maybe he's only been out. I'll have to ask him that today. I haven't asked because I don't really know I don't want to bring that up yet, but I talked to him like maybe 3 years ago. He was in prison when I talked to him, and his brother had given me the information, so I wrote him, and he straight up told me, "I have nothing to offer you." And that was it. Didn't hear from him, and I've been like heartbroken. I'm like, wait, like, you son of a bitch. You have nothing to offer me. You can't offer me just to talk to me, give me some answers, like, excuse me. So I was angry up until a week ago when I was like, I'm going to reach out one more time, and this motherfucker better give me the answer I'm looking for. But he was so different this time. It's like before he's told me this in the past that he wanted to stay in prison. He felt like he was better off in prison because he grew up there. And he actually begged the prison not to let him out. So he did bad things so that he would be sent back on purpose. He wanted to leave. He begged not to leave. So yeah, it's been very
Wow.
nuts. But I get the idea now because the way he's talking to me now, he would never have talked to me for even this long. That's not normal. So I think now I believe him when he says, like, I want to do better. And it actually, he's been in touch with one of his victims, and before he even got out, he was in the law library and working on trying to help the justice system. So he was doing the same thing as I am when we reconnected, and he just doesn't have the resources or the platform. But he's like, I want to do this and this and this, but I don't know how to do it. And here I am already doing it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I just
Yeah.
feel like it's supposed to happen. Like timing is everything sometimes.
It is. It really is. I mean, maybe back then it just wasn't meant to happen then for whatever reason,
My children have had contact in letters with him and a prison phone call years ago.
Hey, Kurt and
But
Carol.
currently, my kids are not having contact with him until there's some proving done. But yes, if there's proving done and I feel he is sincere and wants to do better, and if I can help give him something to focus on so he stays out of trouble, then yeah, if he can prove himself, my kids are going to be there. Two of my kids are adults now, so it's really up to them. But yeah, absolutely. If that means, it sounds like he wants a family now, where he
He's
didn't want
ready.
that all
Yeah.
his life. Yeah, so if he proves himself, absolutely, he will be a grandpa.
And it's not just healing for him, that's healing for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
And
I mean,
that
I'm
he's an
glad. I'm
open book.
happy for you.
He'll put everything. He was like, if you want to document everything, he said, I'm an open book. I'll be honest. And I'm worried because like sometimes I'm telling him about my haters, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't do that. So I'm worried about like how can I want him to podcast and everything, but I don't want him to see the comments or the haters because I will be scared for those people.
Oh, I got you. He's not going to. What did he say when you told him about the haters?
Well, the
He
first
didn't
time
like
when I
that?
told him, we were on the phone. It was like my first phone call. And we were talking. He was talking about security because we were talking about social media and podcasting and stuff. And so the haters came up. And when I told him about getting a death threat that I had to go to the police for, when I told him about a certain someone,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get to finish talking. He's like, "Wait, excuse me, what?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, this happens all the time." He's like, "I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?" I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah,
No, I better not repeat that. Never mind. No, I was like, it's okay. Everything is handled. Don't worry. He was like, okay. And then he started talking to me about protection and security and all of that. And I'm like,
That had to make you feel good. Like that's
yeah,
what dads are for,
yeah,
and they never stop being your dad. So it doesn't matter how old you are. Like hearing that your dad wants to protect you and cares about your well-being is what dads are for.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is good since before he was like, I have nothing to offer you. And now he's like, whoa, what? Like, and I'm like, whoa, maybe I
Yeah.
should not be telling you about these people.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I see it like my kid's dad is not in their lives. And I have 2 boys and I have 1 girl. And my daughter, I see the difference. I mean, it affects both of them. Don't get me wrong. But I do see like the confidence factor with her. She doesn't have like that, where, you have your dad and you feel protected and you feel that security, I guess, is what it would be like, just security, stable. Just to not have that, I see how it affects her self-confidence as a 21-year-old girl. And dads are so important for boys and girls, but especially little girls, I think.
Yeah.
They
Aw,
play
I'm
such
so
a
sad.
strong role. I mean, luckily my kids had my dad, who was an awesome father figure and role model for them. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah,
Yes,
but
my dad
it's
was
hard
perfect.
because I always had both my parents. I grew up in what you would say is probably like the typical, traditional family. My parents were married for 60 some years, 6 kids. My dad worked at Ford. My mom was a secretary. I mean, the normal average upbringing. But, you know, I feel for you, like in your struggles, and I'm grateful for what I had growing up, and it breaks my heart, but it also makes it, I like to hear the excitement in your voice when you talk about this, because I think, you know, you're moving in a different direction with it, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
it is something to see
These
how.
curtains are driving me mad. Hold on a second. And I'm not getting up with this robe on with this camera on. So hold on.
Girls got their phones back.
Oh,
And Ryan lied to the cop. He said he pays for the phone bill, and Cass said the cop knew he was lying. She asked, the cop asked her, would she like to talk without him present?
mhm. Yeah, it is great to see the excitement in Cher with this whole getting to know her dad thing. I'm really happy for her and for him. It's good for him too. I was one of the lucky ones who had two loving parents growing up, and I didn't have to go through that hardship.
I'm back.
She's
Okay.
back.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to turn off my camera for a few.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for you, Cher. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, my girls are texting.
Oh, are they watching?
Not right now. They're with their, I don't know what they're doing right now.
Probably just getting up.
We had an incident over the weekend. I had to call the police on their father.
Oh, Jesus.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
He is a registered violent offender. Yeah, that's all. We'll talk privately.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm sorry. I was reading a text. Oh, it's getting warm out here, you guys. The sun's coming out.
Stop
Clouds.
bragging.
You know what? That's what I really love about being down here when it's cold
Let's get
everywhere
so
else.
warm out here, guys. Get your tank tops and shorts on.
Get cotton candy. Don't bring cotton candy tits around there, those parts.
Yeah, do not bring cotton candy boobs around here. I'll be cutting
It's
glass.
too cold. It's too cold. Oh my God. Hey, Alyssa. You guys crack me up. So what's new in your world, Prairie Boy? What you got going on?
Work has been like really spotty ever since COVID hit, but the last
Really?
couple of months it's been fairly busy, so I haven't really been able to do much of anything on YouTube. But
That
I
sucks.
still do want to do some documentaries. I'm doing one about Cher, which I think you know about that one, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for all that.
Yeah. Me too.
Where do you stand now on the whole Wells thing? I mean, you personally, yeah.
It really hasn't changed.
No.
Like right from the start, I always thought it's so weird that whole Candace took her eyes off her for 2 minutes and she vanished thing. I never really left that spot. I always thought that was a lie. And I don't know what happened for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there was, if I had to say what I think actually happened, was some kind of accident. Summer got hurt or whatever, and rather than get in trouble, they hit her somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel the exact same way about that.
Yeah.
So none of your feelings have changed of anything that they have said or done. It's only made you more sus of them, kind of like everybody else.
At first, I kind of like, I do still feel, part of me feels sorry for them because of everything they're going through. But when Cher was interviewing Don, I always kind of felt like he was just this broken, nice guy.
Yeah. Yep.
And he kept the other side of him hidden for quite a while.
That's how I felt when I first talked to him too. I felt so bad for them. And the reason I felt bad for them was once I started looking into their like upbringing, you know, beyond the 3 boys in summer, I was looking at like Candace, how she was raised and how Don was raised. And I was like, I can't even believe people like this exist. Like I was in shock, you know, just thinking of what Candace went through as a young girl. You know, I know we all hate on her, but it's like she's a product of what Grandis put her in. So it's like, you know, it's just so tragic all around, you know. And then you've got, of course, Summer, who's a victim of the next generational dysfunction and abuse.
Yeah, it's not easy to break that cycle, and there's no whether you like them or hate them. Both Dawn and Candace had horrible childhoods.
Yep.
Like, there's no getting around that.
Yeah, and that was, I took a lot of heat because when the sisters came out with McDonough on all the essay and all of that, I was like, okay, you're talking about Don when he was like 9. I just couldn't understand how people couldn't understand that at 9 you're a child still. So whatever he did at 9 was instilled in him by an adult in his life. So I kept saying, you know, yes, the kids are victims, but so is Don. Like Don was a victim in his childhood, which then made him do what he's done. You know, it's, and people were like, what do you mean they're not victims? You know, I got so much flack for that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did too. Just for speaking with him. We were SA supporters. Like that made no sense at all. Because he only admitted to the stuff when he was a kid. He didn't admit to, like, there was, I don't know, 2 or 3 other women who accused him, and he never admitted to any of that.
Well, yeah, he conveniently admitted to the stuff. Oh, I was a kid. To have an excuse, I guess, is why people got so mad. They felt I was buying into his excuse, maybe, you know. Because, you know, you don't have, he's not going to take accountability for something he did as a minor. He's going to, you know, shift the blame there.
Yeah. But there was a lot of that made no sense. I mean, the timing of it, of them bringing that up after Summers gone missing, made no sense. If they were worried about him being abusive towards his daughter, they should have brought it up before she went missing, like the day she was born.
Yeah. I mean, she slept in his bed for 5 years. What the hell?
Yeah, and that whole they didn't know about her thing, I don't buy that at all.
No, there's so much about this that just, I don't know. There's so many twists and turns, and then all the scams, and that's kind of what's gone on with me. Is in the beginning I was like focused on Don and Candace, Don and Candace, and then now that things have kind of calmed down on that front, and we pretty much have them figured out, I started paying attention to all these people that involved themselves in Don and Candace's life that I didn't before. So I've been asking Cher a lot of questions because, you know, you guys have talked to these people, whereas I didn't follow that side of it. It's weird because there's 2 different like sides of creators that were covering 2 different aspects of the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you had like your people that were collecting for the billboard and talking about billboards and boots on the ground there and all that. And then everything did a flip flop when the laundry protesters went up there. Then it just went off the charts, right?
What a joke that was. Jesus.
I mean, I think I learned some stuff from them, and that's what honestly got me on the road to looking at the billboard scam and all of that, because none of that interests me before. But once I saw that video, and I don't know if you saw it, of them on Ben Hill Road with cracking cases, and when Benny, of course you've seen it, Benny comes running down the hill. So when I saw that, it really gave me some insight as to what's going on over there on Ben Hill Road when the live streams are off, right? These people are sitting up there hanging out, and the protesters said they were down in the cemetery searching, and they could hear them at the top of the mountain, the top of the hill, hooting and hollering, laughing, carrying on. And they said it was so eerie, just given the circumstances. They could smell pot. Not that I don't care about that, but just given the circumstances. Then the selfie comes out, and we find out that Robin was perched up there with them.
Yeah, that one threw me for a loop.
Yeah, what'd you think of that?
It was weird. I saw that, like, what the hell? But why wasn't
she be doing that?
Yeah, why wasn't Don in that picture though? That was weird.
Supposedly he was working.
He's always. That's always. Yeah, I was working. I work all the time.
Yeah, he's always working. But yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't there hanging out with Benny. But someone took the picture, unless it was a selfie stick.
I think it was Robin because her arms kind of reached out.
Yeah, weird that she was there though.
Yeah, I thought she was distancing herself from all that, but apparently not.
Well, then it all comes out then after that Cam and Allie has felonies, Benny has felonies. All these people are convicted felons, and Robin's up there on the top of the hill hanging out with them. So it's like, I have to wonder one of two things. Is something sinister going on, or is she really like so brainwashed that she's trying to bring these felons to Jesus? Is that a possibility? Given that stupid documentary that they asked Don Wells to watch, where all the criminals were brought to the SDA church. I mean, could she be that deep and brainwashed that she thinks she can change this entire situation around? And filling their head and saying, let's clean this house, let's get this so you can get your boys back. Is she that delusional?
They know.
She's not.
No, they
like
know.
She's not all there.
They know.
There's something off with Robin. Like the whole concept of what she was all pumped about searching. Yeah, I'm gonna make snacks, and she's all happy with it.
Privately too.
And what she said
to me privately is disgusting.
Yeah, she has to discuss with her pastor or whatever why she believes what she believes. That's pretty much an exact quote.
Yeah, she was like, I want him there because, sometimes, I don't know why I believe that, so I need him there. It's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I agree with you. Something's definitely off there. Definitely.
But yeah, there could definitely be another side to Robin. Maybe she's into the alcohol and drugs and partying, and who knows?
Yeah, it's just so strange because you just don't know. It could all be a big facade. All of her sweetness, we just don't know. We've seen stranger things out of people.
Yeah, well, there was that one video where she was like a Mean Girls audition. Remember that video?
What? Oh my God! Oh
yeah,
my
she
God.
actually was pretty bad to Reverend Dawn. Yeah. She's very mean to her. So
very mean. There was no reason for that video. When you were talking privately, she could have just told. First of all, you don't try and schedule an appointment for 4:00 anyways. She made that appointment. If you didn't want to do that, then you have your little minion text Reverend Donna and say, "I'm sorry, I decided against it." And Reverend Donna would have been very understanding and polite. But you made that video for show and be very mean, and the real Robin slipped out on that video, you guys.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, so Robin thinks though that kind of stuff is like evil, right?
No, she's here's the thing with Robin. I've researched into her and all of her Facebook accounts. Here's the funny thing about Robin. She's a flip-flopper, right? So she was a very pro Donald Trump on one of her Facebook pages. It's Robin. So Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump. And then I can tell when she made the switch on her page. I've been telling everyone for like a year. I remember when Donald Trump called out Ben Carlson for being a Seventh-day Adventist during an election or something that was televised. Donald Trump looked at this man and said, "You are part of a cult. Why is anyone trying to vote for you? You are a part of a cult. You are Seventh-day Adventist," and went off and off. And I was like, dang, Donald Trump. That's when I first started learning about SDA, when Donald Trump brought it very publicly to the stage. And then if you go back and look at all her Facebook pages, she's pro-Trump, pro-Trump, pro-Trump. And right about that time, all of a sudden, Trump is erased from her Facebook and it's pro-Ben Carlson, pro-Ben Carlson. She doesn't even know what the hell she's supposed to be believing or who she's supposed to be supporting. And yeah, it's wild. So
she
you know
sounds
that
very brainwashed.
Yes, that's what I get. Like very Stepford wife that I like. Yes.
God, it's weird.
It bothers me. I feel sad for her.
Who is Sandman?
Say that again.
Who is Sandman?
Sandman. That's Tim Mullen. That's the guy who wrote the drills, the missing children drills 7 years ago. That's the guy who's pretending to be PR and running around buddy buddy with Chase and Benny. Yeah, that's
Who calls
Tim
him
Mullen.
that?
Huh?
Does he call himself that?
I think that's the name that Benny gave him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if he calls himself the Sandman, but he's a bad dude.
So
or I don't know.
He's the one that's in charge of that section of the website that we looked over then?
Yes. Yep.
That redhead?
Oh, that's a different, that name. The redhead's name is Joshua. That's not Tim. His name is
okay.
Joshua.
I don't think I've ever
The
seen
ginger guy
him.
with the beard, ginger beard, the prayer guy, ginger
Is he
beard.
the one that gives the sermons?
Yeah.
When they're outside?
No, that's a different guy. I thought his name was Tim.
One?
I thought his name was Tim too, but no, the ginger guy is not Tim. His name is Joshua. This Tim Mullen guy is a completely different guy, and he's barely on videos. You'll see him at one prayer vigil, and Rob, like, he made the website, and the camera pans to him for a quick second, and you see him going like this, like, stop, like, shut up, Robin. And the camera pans off of him really quick, and you don't see him again. That's him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I was under the assumption it was the prayer guy that was always with Timmy.
That was my mistake probably, because I thought.
Well, no, I just assumed because everybody said the redhead, and he has red hair.
No, that's not him. That guy's name is Joshua, and
okay.
I think he is a heavy person helping with like the prayer vigils and the YouTube channel and stuff, but he's not the Sandman, not Tim Mullins. Totally two different people. Is
Tim Mullins from Tennessee or from somewhere else?
He goes all around the world to SDAs. He's lived in Africa. He's been in Tennessee. He's been in Florida. He's been everywhere where there's an SDA church. This man has been.
Whoa.
He goes around.
So he's actually been there in Tennessee.
Most of the higher up SDA people, like Robin, has been everywhere. Peru, Florida, California, wherever. Like, these people travel around to different countries and different states and live for a while and work in the SDA churches and orphanages, and that creeps me out.
Orphanages.
Sure, fired up.
Fired up.
Whew, there's a lot.
There's so much. I mean, Don told me on the phone, he will not answer. I can show text messages from the last 6 months. The only question he will never give me a response to is Summer being held for political and monetary gain? Crickets. It's not, no, you're wrong, screw you, Cher, or it's no response at all for the last 6 months. He's also told me that the cartel thing is not a thing, but what happened this summer goes much deeper than the owing $50,000 to the cartel. What goes much deeper than your child being taken by cartel and owing $50K? The only thing I can think of is a cult sacrificing your child. Like, that's like, what goes deeper than owing the cartel $50K and then kidnapping your daughter? I don't know. And again, he will not answer the question, is she being held for monetary gain? And the exact words that come out of his mouth one time to me, when I said, it was when the predator hunters were searching, I called Don. They found evidence on you and they're giving it to the police. They found evidence on you, Don. Like, what the heck is going on? What should I tell people? They're turning in evidence. Don's exact words, they're never going to find the evidence on me and my wife because there isn't any. Like he stumbled.
He hesitated.
They're not going to find the evidence. What the fuck? I called TBI so fucking fast it ain't even funny.
Yeah, he didn't say they're not going to find any evidence.
Yeah, it's the wrong word being
the
used.
Evidence. Yeah, that changes the meaning. And you know what? I think
Candace is a liar. Candace does nothing but lie to him all the time. And I've told him numerous times, Don, please don't take charges for your wife. Please don't take charges for her. Please go in and confess. Like they can work out some deal. Maybe like just please go confess if you love your daughter so much. He hasn't really said much to me on that, but it's Candace who will freak out. But Don doesn't really say much to me. He's like, thank you, whatever. Like, you know, but then it's Candace who freaks out. There's a reason Candace hates me, and it's not because she thinks I want her husband. Mm-hmm. It's because she knows that I know that they know.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. Did you ever ask Don what made him go to the SDA church?
Yes. Yep. I have that in text message. It's in a community post too. I might have made it members only, but that's why I kind of wonder about the jail, the prison, and Ronnie Lawson and stuff, because it sounds like he kind of got recruited when he was in prison or in jail. He said he was given a book and he was just reading. And then
okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. He did tell me, I know the first time I talked to him, we talked a lot about religion, and I edited it when I made my video. But we went live. I'm sorry. I talked to him off the record the first time. That's right. Mm-hmm. Then when we talked again, we went live. But the first time I got on the phone with him, I mean, he went on and on and on about this Ellen White and how he wanted me, the same thing, like, buy this book, and I want you to read this book. And
did he always tell you? Yeah, he said he's going to send me one. I'm still waiting for it.
Oh, yeah.
Did he always tell you, like, I really want you to hang out with Robin? I really think you.
No, I didn't get that deep. No,
he tells me that all the time. No matter what I say to this man, he wants me to so bad hang out with Robin. And what's interesting is I went live with a woman who exposed Robin's texting people at 1 a.m. asking for donations. She went live with me and showed all the text messages. Robin blocked that girl, but I am still not blocked by Robin yet. That's weird, but Robin blocked her. Weird. But yeah, I feel a little bit like almost like there's a recruiting trying to happen. Like they've really, like, you need to get in with Robin. I feel a little bit like they've tried to recruit.
Can I ask you something? Is there any SDA churches in your town close to you?
Yes, and Don knows that.
No, there isn't.
Okay, there's a location that says it's an SDA church. However, it's never open and there's no phone number. But yes,
it's a closed off.
It might have been an SDA, or maybe they were trying to. But yes, if you Google Esteban, there is a Seventh-day Adventist location that's right down the street.
Because that's what they do, right? That's what they do, right? They do like church planting. Have you ever heard of that?
I want to go there and see like what happens if we go in there. Because it does say Seventh-day Adventist.
Well, no, it doesn't.
It says it on Google. It says that place is Seventh-day Adventist. So yes,
you should go by there and see what it looks like.
It says it's a hardware store.
We did, yeah.
We drove by, yeah.
It's a closed down.
Maybe it used to be.
But there's a sign in there.
It says building for lease.
There's a little sign, I think, in the ground.
Probably didn't make it or something.
They might be looking at buying.
Maybe they want you to like church plant. Maybe they want you to church plant another location right there in your town. So they want you to like start it up, be the startup,
Oh gosh. Yeah, he knows. Yeah,
Mr. and Mrs. Cher start the SDA church.
We will go there and see if we can walk in there. But yeah, according to Google, it's a Seventh-day Adventist location. But like he says, when you pull up there, it's a hardware store. However, it looks like it's a closed down, condemned hardware store.
Yeah, he was run out of business by other bigger.
Oh, the big box.
Yeah, it runs a lot in Canada. It's all over. And actually, there's a couple locations in British Columbia. So when we, sometime in the spring or whatever, when we go see my dad, I might go check it out.
Interesting. There's a lot of, we have the Church of Scientology right here in Clearwater. which is like 10 minutes away from me. Their headquarters, their international headquarters is right in downtown Clearwater. And it's crazy because they have so much money. I was just reading about this last night in our local news. So the Scientology, the Church of Scientology bought all this property. They own all this property in downtown Clearwater. So now that the city has to bargain with this church, and they actually sit down at the bargaining table to decide what's going to go in these buildings that on all of this property that the church owns, because they're sitting empty. And the city's like, wait a minute, the Scientology church owns all these, it could be storefronts and things like that. And they're just empty because they own it. And the city's like, come on, we need some businesses here. So they're actually working and bargaining with the Church of Scientology. It's crazy how much power they have.
Scientology a lot. Jay, can you check your text messages for a minute?
Yeah, hold on.
Good morning, Prissy. Okay.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
They just bought the buildings for tax purposes. Yeah, probably. That's why they just sit empty.
This link is for you, Liliana. Yes, you sure can.
Yeah, come on up.
I don't know Liliana Berry.
I just wanted to make sure before.
She's like, I want to tell you guys something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Link is in the chat.
She's been asking a few times, and I didn't want to bring her up in the middle of a discussion, but
checking, you got to make merch that says, I'm going to be Cher's mom or something. Cher's new stepmom. That'd be some shit.
That would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could have like a double wedding on YouTube. On YouTube.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, Scientology is kind of
church. Cool. I always wondered this. You know those videos that someone's recording in the church and they're following Summer?
That are deleted now?
Mm-hmm.
Who was recording them? Like, people have said it was because of the pandemic.
No, just kidding.
Whatever, that they filmed their sermons, and I get that. But whoever was recording was following Summer.
Yeah, maybe Tim Mullins, maybe Benny, maybe Cam, maybe Chase. No, yeah, I'm kidding about that, but I do think maybe Tim Mullins. Or,
you know what's really interesting about that, though, is that now, if you go to watch their sermons, they don't show the crowd anymore.
Yep.
They only show the big, touchy-feely pastor. Touchy-feely! Who calls their pastor touchy-feely?
That is not any way to describe a pastor.
I know. Whatever. Ew. So Don and I talked a lot about religion. So I shared with him that I was raised Catholic. And I told him a lot about like what I don't agree with the Catholic religion. And he told me that he was raised Mormon. Mm-hmm. So I didn't know if SDA was like similar, but I don't think it is because Mormons have their own like Bible, don't they?
Yeah, I think SDA branched off from Mormon religion, if I'm not mistaken.
Branched off of actually Masons, the Freemasons. I have a couple videos I'm going to play from SDA actual, and they actually show there's 3 videos. It's long, but it actually shows like SDA, the originators were higher ups of the Freemasonry. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it was kind of a branch of because Utah and the Mormons, but they kind of went their own. They were like, And the reason too why I feel confident calling SDA cult is I have an actual like menu list of foods that are okay to eat, not okay to eat, that Don gave me in SDA.
Thanks, Nana.
Which I know he doesn't even freaking follow. And if you think about it, he's not even supposed to be on YouTube during Sabbath, and he is, because that's secular.
Well, come on, he's not supposed to drink, do drugs.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Cults will keep
commit adultery.
That's true, baby. cults keep people doped up. And when Don tells people, and he has said this, he says when they called the police to report Summer missing or got gone, the police gave Candace alcohol. Now, I was like, wait, what the hell? He goes, yeah, and I don't want to name names, but but yeah, that happened. Now I'm like, that's not what happened. Robin clearly states that David Dotson was there before they got there together in the evening after 911 was called. Remember, Robin tells Chris McDonough, David Dotson was there earlier in the day or whatever. Anyways, it
But
was
yeah,
either
then he said
Robin,
he needed directions because he
it
didn't know
was
where they
Robin or
lived.
David Dotson. It was somebody in that church that was giving Candace alcohol. Probably not the cop, or it's a cop who is a part of that church giving Candace alcohol. But yes, cults keep people doped up. And look at what's happening.
Oh, you'll like this, honey. There's 420 people in the chat. 420.
Oh, what a number.
Good morning.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Liliana.
Liliana.
Hi, Liliana.
How are you, Shay? Hi. I just wanted to say how my girlfriend literally lives in Tennessee, 5 minutes from the Wells, and she has seen Candace and Summer before in the stores. And literally, she said that she would be so nice to the boys and so mean to Summer. And Summer wanted a piece of candy, and she would grab Summer's hand and squeeze it so hard. She was abusive to Summer, and I believe that they did something to Summer, and they had to cover it up.
Liliana, why do you think that she would single Summer out versus the boys? What's your thoughts on that?
Because they did stuff to Summer, I believe. And DCF or CPS or whatever was coming the next day or the same day to take the children. They would have saw what they did to Summer. There was bruises on Summer.
Yep.
So how do we, okay, so I'm not saying it didn't happen, but how do we know, like, how many times do we know, I guess I should say, how many times CPS was out there after Don's domestic in October of 2020?
I believe there was a few of times because my friend lives in Beach Creek, literally 5 minutes from her. Her name is Cassie, and she went to the water place, the horse, whatever, Warrior Lake.
Warrior Craft.
Yeah, and that's no place for your kids to really swim, honestly. Really.
It really didn't look like it when
That's
JLR
where
and them
I'm
went
going to
out
play
there.
devil's advocate, because I think checking convictions too, being in Minnesota, living in the country, my kids would definitely be in that water. I do have to say that I do have to play devil's advocate on that. But
I mean,
yeah,
I was little before, and we swim in lakes and with the
Yeah.
alligators and crazy shit.
But in all fairness, it looked like there were, based on Candace's videos of like all the videos of the kids swimming, it looked like there were cleaner places to swim though.
That's
But when Jonathan and them were up there, you got to remember it was like winter, so it looked
Yeah.
there was leaves all in it. When they were there, when Chris McDonough went there, I didn't think it looked bad.
No.
We always swam in freshwater lakes.
Despite all that, she gave her kids alcohol. She gave her kids drugs. She would slip it in their drink to make them sleep. There's all different kind of scenarios that she did to make the children go to bed. That's what I heard. I mean,
all of that we can't prove, but the stuff we can prove is bad enough. You know what I mean? It's like, even
the
all
house,
the
literally
hearsay
the
is
house,
bad, but everything that we know, I mean, just looking at the home.
Yes, the living condition of the children.
God.
I mean, I literally spilled some coffee on the friggin' floor, and I'm like, oh my God, I got to clean that up before my kids fall into their,
Yeah, I mean, their house wasn't even necessarily.
Maybe, sorry to interrupt, but our good friend Nellie is in the chat, and I just wanted to say, her sister has recently been put into hospice. Both Nellie and her sister have been battling cancers. And Nellie, we just want to tell you we love you and that we are so sorry to hear that, and you're always in our thoughts and prayers. And if you guys could just show her some love. Sorry to interrupt.
Much love to you, Nellie.
You will be in my prayers.
That's really hard. You got us here.
I have pre-cancer, and I know it's very hard. It's very hard. It hurts so bad to have cancer. And then they put you on pain medicines, which they put me on morphine, and I don't even take it. Like, it makes me throw up, literally.
Yeah, it makes you sicker and sicker. It's an
Yeah,
awful,
and then
horrible,
the chemo
horrible.
they give you and the infusions, they suck too. So it's all around. It's hard.
It's just a horrible disease. It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, back to the Wells house, like, not only was it not clean, but it was dangerous.
Yeah, the way they go down in the bedroom, like the dungeon of doom, like
yeah. It was like you crawled into a cubby, and that has always bothered me. That's like where you said, Prairie Boy, that you stop at your point where Candace says she went in the house, whatever. I stop at that when she went down in that basement. Like,
literally,
I
your
go to
kids
her
don't
last.
go missing.
Yeah, like go to her last known location. What are we told? She went down in that basement. I really feel like something happened either down in the basement or she fell,
hit her head. Yep.
Because isn't it interesting, you guys?
Your kids don't go missing in 2 minutes, literally.
They don't. Yeah, they don't vanish
out of your home.
And when you're up on the top of a mountain.
Yeah, their location is literally nobody goes up there. It's like
right. We saw that from like the protesters going there. I think it gave like a really good view of how treacherous it is between their house and the bottom of that hill.
And literally, my friend said, because she lives right close to them, her property is the same way. Nobody goes out there. No drug addicts are there. Nothing. No. No.
There's nothing.
No. And there's no cornbread mafia. There is a mafia around there, she said, but it's not cornbread. And it's like,
what is it? Baked beans?
I don't know. I'll have to find out. But
the baked bean mafia.
Right, pinto beans. I wanted to meet you when you came to Northport with the laundry case.
Oh, are you in Florida?
I'm in Florida. Yeah, I'm actually in. I was in. I used to live in Northport, but I moved to Inglewood now.
Crazy! That's where my son lives.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow,
We'll have to talk offline. Yeah, we'll have to talk offline.
All right, definitely.
Cool.
But I believe that Brian Laundrie is still alive.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
They never found his body, and where's the gun? Like, come on.
Well, we still don't have the gun. Walked away. And I'm frustrated as hell with that.
The gun walked away.
We haven't gotten anything from the FBI.
Nothing. They're working with them. It's so corrupt.
I want to take you guys back to Wells because I want to ask you guys something, and I want both of your opinions. Okay. So, all right. So listen, hear me out. Okay. So I went back to their website, the Find Summer Wells website, and on the main page, they revamped it. And they have a new statement from Candace, and it's not new. It's like got some little extras in there that we never heard before from her. So I read through it in a live. And in that statement, she says that she sent the boys. Now, the way she words it, let me just read it the way she says it, because then if I don't get it wrong. Because I really want your guys' opinion, because it bothers me. And I don't know if I'm just reading too much into it. Okay, so she's telling the story about when Summer went missing, what happened before. And then she says, here's the beginning of it. And this is a direct quote. Before the cops came out, I went down and told my neighbors, Summer is missing. Will you help me look? Just in case she did wander off. But I knew in the back of my mind, she's never wandered off. She never went nowhere without me. She'll ask me to do something before she even goes and does it. Okay, then she talks about she's scared to go in the woods. Then her next sentence is, I sent the older boys down through the creek. If they've got a walkie-talkie and their buck knife, they can go down through there. I sent them all searching, and I went out in Mom's truck and went all the way down by the church. Then went all the way down the other way, and I didn't see nobody even out and about. So she sent her boys with their buck knives and their walkie-talkies down to the creek to find their sister that they thought was abducted.
Why? If
Why
there's
would you
somebody
send?
out there
Thank you.
taking Summer, why would you send other children to get taken?
Thank
No,
you.
no,
She just said she never wanders off.
no,
She
no.
doesn't go
That
anywhere without me. But then she
something
sends her
happened.
3 kids alone
Nope.
down the hill, and she gets in the truck, and she just so happens to cruise around, and she drove, you know where she drove? In this thing, she drove the same exact area that the TBI's plane was circling in that last search. Because she says, then I went all the way back in the holler as far as the truck can go, and I didn't see nothing back in there either. When I was coming back up out of the holler, the cops were coming up my driveway. So I followed them up in here. So if you go and I did it on my live, like the flight radar, and I was watching the TBI plane, and it just circled all day while they were searching. And it went just over the Wells property and then around in a circle around that church where the command center was. And
Their property is so big. And
it sounds like that's where Candace drove around. So hear me out. She sent her boys out the way. Here, go down there. Go to the bottom of the hill and look for your sister. What did she do? She drove around looking for Summer, or did she go put her somewhere?
Put her body somewhere. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So the boys didn't see it. So the boys were distracted.
Right.
That's what I believe too. I'm feeling the same theory, Jay.
Don't you think that the boys would have said something by now if they saw something?
If they seen something, yes. Yep.
I don't think they saw shit.
They didn't see anything. Nope. She made sure of that.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking sure of that.
Because it just doesn't make sense. Oh, she was abducted. I mean, Don said it from the word jump. Somebody came up here and took her. Then why in the hell would you send your 3 boys under the age of 12 at the time down a mountain to look for what? What were they looking for? An abductor?
Exactly.
Knife? Were they going to fight him off?
I would be like, go inside the house. Stay inside. Don't go outside. Let's call 911.
Correct.
She's not in the right mind. You got to remember, they went to go get pain pills that day from Grandma. So they were all tweaking and drugged up, you know.
Well, and that's why I do believe Grandis in a way that she was sleeping, because they waited for her script after that long ass day, right? Like Grandma got a fucking ass early. She had to be there at 8. She had to go away, you know, and you're that age, you're exhausted, you're like shit. And then you get your pain pills, you have a little snack, take your pills, and you lay down in the camper and you go to sleep. I really do think that Candace woke her up to get her phone. I don't doubt that. I really think that Grandis and the boys are in the dark about what really happened. I don't know why, but
I believe it was an accident then. Summer fell down in the basement, and Candace was so scared that she was going to get in trouble from it, and she went and put her body somewhere. Yep.
Because these are people that don't trust law enforcement.
Yep.
And the CPS people were already in their lives.
They're on their ass. They wanted to take them kids so bad.
They wanted to take them. So they think,
will.
Oh my God, they're never going to believe us that this was an accident. They're going to think we did something to our daughter, and we're going to go to prison, and then we're going to lose our 3 kids.
Yeah. I believe that. I agree, Jay.
And you know what, Don and Candace, if they're listening, Jennifer, you can call me Jay though. But like Don and Candace, if you're listening, like if it's that simple,
I know.
all you have to say.
Accidents happen. My son literally busted his whole nose off like 3 months ago.
Happen and people get
I called
scared.
911 right away. You know, he fell and hit his nose, and I called 911 right away. And you tell him what happened. Don't just cover it up. Come on, really? Unless they did it to her, you know.
Well, and now they're so far gone. I mean, how can you come out now and say, half a year we've been lying? That's not gonna go over well for them now either. But I just feel like it's something along those lines, because the truth doesn't change. And every time I read something new on this website, it's different, or it's something's added, or
the story is changed, edited. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, the last known picture of Summer. It's kind of creepy because she was swimming, right? And when a child is in water, their fingernails get clean, right? Well, hers were dirty, and literally her nails kind of, when you zoom in, they look purple and blue. And her skin tone.
I noticed her nail beds too, Liliana. I did notice that.
This is my daughter's account. My real name is Jennifer.
Oh,
That's why I said, is your name
Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Oh my gosh, how weird. Don't tell me your middle name's Lynn.
Yes, Jennifer Lynn Berry. I'm on your Facebook thing.
Oh, wow. I'm Jennifer Lynn too.
There's a lot of Jennifers.
A lot of Jennifer Lynns.
Yes, there are.
Like a ton of us.
Yes. There was 2 Jennifer Lynn Berries in my school, so whenever they called someone up, I thought it was me. It was the other Jennifer.
Oh, I remember like teachers would say Jennifer and like 5 of us would look in one class. You know?
Yeah. Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
so
they also have something other weird thing on there, Prairie Boy, that they added. They added a second tips email. That's new.
Wow.
And it says that they now have a paid PI who is available to take tips if people are not comfortable going to the TBI.
Wait, PI, private investigator, right?
Correct. So
that's supposed to be Benny. That's supposed to be Benny.
What?
And that other guy that was out there, right? Because they were saying they were private investigators. So they're trying to pay him. They're trying to get money out of this shit. Sounds like it.
Okay, so it says, I think they changed. I think the link is not working anymore.
I think that's.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to mute. My dog's barking. Sorry.
Oh, Don had mentioned PIs like right from the start.
They said that guy with Benny was a PI, a private investigator.
I never heard him say that. No.
No, that's not.
They said that him and his wife went out there to like help them look.
No, what he said is that he was sent there by the PI to see what was going on. So what it was, I think, is that Cam and Allie have talked about this quote unquote PI that they've been quote unquote working with.
So I've talked to her.
She's in another state. So I think she's using them to like go over there because they're local. So they went there to check shit out because she knew the protesters were coming.
She literally told me before, Jay. She talked to me months ago when I first started talking to them. She called me.
Let's save this. We're gonna do a live together on this whole subject.
Yeah,
let's wait.
She's a liar.
Yeah. Let's wait because I have a whole thing I want to talk to you about, and I want to
I'll show you everything.
I wanted to say one thing.
This is a different PI. This is for. Hold on one second. Let me just read this to you guys right quick. So this is different. This is through the Find Summer Wells. This has nothing to do with Cam or Allie. It says they updated. Okay, so now they have an explanation. Okay, it says we have many true friends that are helping us. This was not written the other day. A hired professional private investigation company has set up an extra tip email. We heard some people are afraid or nervous to contact the TBI or FBI type organizations. The FBI or the PI company will proof these tips and then send them as a middleman to the TBI. They just added this the other day. This was not there the other day when I did my live. This is the secondary email. This is only for real tip based on facts. No speculation, visions, or those kinds of tips. And it's Summerwell's tips at charter.net.
Wow.
Interesting, huh?
Very interesting. I wanted to say one thing. When it all went down, the next day, Candace went to H and asked H what he told the police. Why is that? And Allie.
Wait, say that
They
again?
literally went over there. Candace went over the next day to Allie's house with H and Allie and asked them what the heck they told the policeman that happened to Summer. Why would you do that if she really went missing? Like, why would you be so worried about what they
Well,
said to the cops
I think maybe there's an
about the
explanation for that.
alcohol?
I think there might be an explanation because Allie was
She gave
straight.
him alcohol.
Well, no, she was straight trashing Candace
Yeah.
from the word jump, right? So maybe she told the TBI and the FBI or the police, you know, some bad stories, and Candace was like, "What the hell? Like, why are you bringing that up?"
Allie was upset with Candace for sleeping with Jose.
And then Candace had a thing for H.
Unfortunately, I found that to be true. There was something that was did, but they did have each other. H had her listed as a girlfriend back in like 2017. Yeah, he
Yep.
did. Candace listed as a girlfriend on a Facebook account. I saw it with my own eyes.
She's a pedophile herself. Her and Dawn fit perfect together.
Well, you
They're
see
sickos.
the one around now. Do you think that's true with Candace and this new boy toy? Like, I have all the screenshots. Has anyone else seen that from
What
Emma?
boy toy?
She's had an online relationship going on with some guy. It's really a girl, but she thinks it's a guy. I don't know if it's like
Good Lord.
fake and she like is playing the person, but it looked, yeah, he was like,
So
oh,
that's what these people are doing instead of looking for their kid.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like, if my kid was missing, I would not be drinking and doing all what they're doing. I would be out there looking for my child. I wouldn't be sleeping. I would just be looking for my child. Nothing else would matter.
I kept asking Cher. When I first started talking to Cher, I'm like, when you talk to Don, like, find out where, like, did he search today? Ask him if he searched today. She's like, he doesn't search.
No.
He's not searching.
They're not searching because they know she's dead and they know where the fuck her body is. That's what it is.
The police wouldn't let him search. Okay, listen to this. I have to tell you guys this because this has sat wrong with me from the beginning. So I was one of the first people. Jay was talking to him. He got mad at Jay, so then he's talking to me. I was, for a while, one of the only people he was talking to other than like his little girlfriend, Sissy, or whatever, right? So tell me why I personally called every news outlet. I called Ronnie Lawson. Why did none of these people ever return my call? The only people that talked to me, my things would get filtered. I talked to the head agent, Hannah, at the TBI. Several times we had conversations, and her exact words were for me to keep talking to Don as long as I'm comfortable to keep doing what I'm doing. I specifically said, am I harming or am I hurting? Like, am I harming the case or am I helping? What should I be doing? And she told me to keep on as long as I am comfortable. So I took that as I'm not harming the case, right? So everyone was, oh, you're ruining it. I'm like, I'm doing literally.
I can back that up because you did tell me that from the beginning that you were turning in everything, even when nobody knew you were.
Why did nobody post anything when I'm turning in things that are pointing at Don and Candace? Why did nobody want?
Wait. Share. Okay. Is Donnie Lawson?
Recently, it's all over the news. It's like, why? I feel like they were protecting Don and Candace and ignoring red flags. It's weird.
They are. And is he family to Don?
You
said something in a video. You said that was his cousin or something.
I said, where does your cousin Ronnie Lawson go to church? He
go
said,
to church. Yes, I watched that.
He has texted me that Ronnie Lawson is his cousin. One of the only questions that Ronnie Lawson would answer a couple months ago, several weeks ago, whatever. Ronnie is like, we're not talking about it. Social media is starting a bunch of rumors. Why is he logging on to Twitter and saying, I am not that man's cousin? Why are you taking your time to do that shit when there's so much other questions you could be answering? And Don,
they're family. Let's find out. Can we look into it?
Yeah, I keep saying he never corrects me. He's always I believe that's their cousins. Yes.
I want to do research though to find out if they're really cousins. There must be a way that we could find out.
My team's tried to find out, and they do not come up as relatives on anything that we've searched. So we kind of think if they are, it could be like because his mom married a goat.
Yeah,
that maybe Lawson is related via goat. So maybe it's via marriage.
No, do ancestry. Wells and Lawsons actually are in the same family tree.
Yeah, see, we don't have ancestors. It's one thing we don't have. That would make it simple if you had
I
ancestors.
Yeah, they are family, I believe. So that's why they would help him cover it up.
yeah.
It was a freak accident, I believe. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I think so because I mean, 2 days after she went missing, I mean, what really sticks with me too is that interview that Don did day 2.
How he'll see her in the revelation.
Yeah, the resurrect. He's talking like she's dead.
That she's dead. Yep.
Yeah.
You don't just say your daughter's dead after 2 or 3 days of her gone.
Oh dear
unless
God,
you
no.
know. Unless you know.
You're pleading for her safe return. You're pleading to whoever has her. He never
Amen,
says that.
sister. Yep.
It goes against every parent of a missing child we've ever seen.
Heard him.
I would pray that she would be alive. Come on.
He was grieving. I saw that video and I thought, my God, that's a grieving dad right there.
Yep, you could see it in his eyes and the way he was touching his son's back and the body language, everything.
Yep.
And if I'm wrong, God strike me dead.
Yep.
Because that's how I feel.
God, man, I just want some answers. It's driving me mad.
It is driving me insane. Definitely. That poor baby. I don't believe she had a chance with them.
Right.
Why do you, comparing it to Watts and Wells, let's say, you, Liliana, you first, then Jay, but why do you think that this case is like so much worse than the Watts? Like, people are so much crazier and just.
I think because the
anybody
caliber
who
of people
can harm their children, it's all equal. I believe they're all equal, insane and
well, I think
nasty.
This case is crazier just because the caliber of people. These people are, they're hillbillies, and they live so much differently than the rest of us. Yeah, I mean, I think Watts, more people related with Watts. Like, oh my God, like it was so hard to fathom that he did this. We look at Don and Candace, it's really not hard to fathom because they're career criminals. Chris Watts had never even got a speeding ticket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a theory, and it's because, my theory is because in the Watts case, like everyone knows, we know where everybody is. We know, like, they're buried. We know where they're at. We know that for sure they are dead. And so with Summer, we don't have any answers at all. Just disappeared without trace. So there could be.
That's a good point.
I think that's why people are so much. I try to give people like, oh my God, you're acting so crazy. And maybe that's why. It's because, well, we don't know, like, with the Watts,
where her body is or anything.
You know what? You're right, Cher. I think it's the unknown. Where they are. If there's any room for debate, I think that's where people get ugly. Because think about it. There was the group that thought there was more people involved, or there, like with Chris, they thought that NK was involved, or there were people who thought Shanann did it, or there were people that believed Chris did it. There were 3 different sides, and then there were people who were on the fence that kind of bounced from one theory to the next. And it was nothing but hate because you were either blaming the victim or blaming the victim. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you believed Chris really didn't kill the kids, and then this person believed that he did it all, it's the room for debate, the unknown missing parts. I think that brings the drama. And there's more missing questions in the Summer case than there was in the Watts case.
My thing is with the Watts case, sorry to interrupt. Do you believe that NK was there?
No.
Because she pinned on Frederick. Out of all them days where she worked, she pinned on Frederick that day.
You know what? I think there's an explanation for that, though. They used to have booty calls in the morning before work.
Yeah.
So
but why would he have a booty call that morning that he killed his kids? I don't think he did.
Maybe she didn't know that he did that. And she was, getting in the area for the booty call.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, Jay, I don't think I got to ask you because I was only freaking trashing you at the time. Do you think NK is innocent?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
No.
I've always felt that way.
No.
I think the only mistake she made was getting involved with a married man.
You know
A
that
married
bitch
man who,
Twitters?
the married man who had never had anyone else. And he
No,
got hooked. He got
no.
hooked. Yeah, I don't think she no.
Okay, we got to do a Watts show for sure because the whole time in Watts, I did nothing but I didn't even really listen to you. I was just like, screw Jade, blah, 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 blah. So I didn't even really get to hear I didn't care about what your opinions were.
I love your honesty.
Like, target,
You know
target,
what?
target,
I didn't
target.
give a shit what you had to say then either.
I'm happy I wasn't around.
Shut up, Cher.
You know what I believe though with the what?
Talking, I don't even remember that. Did I come to you with my tail between my legs and be like, I'm sorry? I don't even remember anymore.
No, what happened was you were coming to me to ask me something. You messaged me on my Facebook and then you were listening to my live and I said something about you and you said, hey, can we talk? I'd like to have a conversation or something. And then you went, never mind. I just heard you bash me.
Oh,
and and then when I got off my live, I was like, hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't see you reached out before my live. So give me a
Yeah,
chance.
you're
And
like,
you were like,
you trashed me for a whole year. I was like, oh shit, you're right.
I did. I was like, come on, girl. You trashed me for like a year.
Oh yeah, that's what happened. That's truth.
And then we talked, and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
I believe with the Watts though, the NK was involved because she didn't want a man that had kids already. She wanted her own children with him. She wanted to have his first boy, you know.
I can kind of believe more. I can kind of believe more. I was to a point, honestly, even a little bit when I started talking to Mr. Shara, I'll be honest. Sometimes some of us girls who go through abuse, we kind of like. I thought maybe he was safe. Where I honestly thought there was a point we would never meet. He was safe. I wouldn't get into this relationship where I'm going to get abused. It seems like Nicole was abused in past relationships. She might have thought that Chris Watts was safe and that there would never be a real committed relationship there, possibly because he was married and had kids, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right? You guys
I
know what
disagree. I disagree because she was Googling wedding dresses.
Yes, yes. She was Googling wedding dresses and she was Googling anal sex and a lot of other stuff.
But you know what? You got to think. He told her from the beginning, I'm getting divorced.
Yep.
So she was all in. And she had no reason to want
she
those
knew,
kids dead.
but
she was
but
encouraging him though. She was encouraging him to get an apartment and he couldn't afford a 3-bedroom. So the girls had their own. And she said, you know what? They'll be fine with bunk beds. Me and my sister did it. We had so much fun. I don't think she was against the girls. I just don't. I don't believe it.
But her little cry, the cry that she does was so
weird.
fake.
Yeah, she's weird.
Yeah, she was on cocaine really bad. They were doing drugs together. That's why it was crazy sex,
I don't
the
think Chris
cocaine
Watts
drugs.
did illegal drugs. I think he just did that Thrive shit.
He
Chris
did
Watts
the
is very
Thrive.
straight-laced. Very straight-laced.
He did the Thrive and he smoked pot and did a little white. For sure, because I know somebody who knows somebody.
I don't know if Chris Watts did illegal drugs.
I would want to tell you, like, off the air what happened, what I know, because it's a lot of more details for Chris. Yeah.
Well, I've met his family, so I'm just saying, like, just based on hearing how he was in high school, I mean, the kid wasn't a partier. He was, he got straight A's, and then he went off to NASCAR school, and he excelled at that. He's very smart, very to himself, introverted. I don't think that he did illegal drugs. That's just my thoughts based on what I know.
I definitely
think he did thrive.
I know.
Is there a brotherhood like the Freemasons there? Probably, Batgirl. Sorry it took so long to answer that, but yeah, there probably are Freemasons. They're everywhere, so.
Oh yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, that's true, Turtle Girl. He wouldn't be able to do drugs and work at Anadarko. There's no way. Get away with that.
No. But He
But
did
Thrive,
cheat on
yes.
Shanann too. He was remember back then there was Craigslist, like personal ads,
Hmm.
all that scenario.
The
Yeah.
girls are enough to say hi today for Justin.
The
They're
what?
like, is she live with you guys right now? I say, yeah.
Who said that?
My daughters are like, they're coming to say hello to you, Jay.
Oh, yay.
Like, she's live with you right now?
So what are your daughters' names? I know there's Courtney.
Cassidy, Courtney, and Iris.
Cassidy, Courtney, and Iris.
Shout
Yep.
out to your daughters.
Shout out to Cassidy, Courtney, and Iris.
Iris
I
is
like
the
Iris.
best friend, but she adopted me as her mother, as her second mother, so I call her daughter. She's my bonus daughter.
Okay, so I was going to ask why you didn't stick with the C's, so that makes sense.
Yeah, no, she's I didn't birth that one, but I'm happy to call her mine.
Adopted.
I have a couple of those too from my kids. They're friends. But yeah, I mean, we could go on and on about the Watts case, but I think that we've overthink it like we do, like we did laundry. We saw a hand coming out of the ground.
No.
Summer, we've gone on these crazy theories, and I think you have to go back to the basics and think about what's really plausible. And I mean, in the Watts case, I really do think it was a snap situation where, he wasn't happy. She was feeling the pressure of him not being happy. He was having an affair, and a fight ensued. She knew he was cheating, and he lost control. I can't understand the kids. Now that part,
No, but he promised he did not kill the kids. He would never hurt his kids.
yeah,
That's
I
the
know he
thing
says that. I know
that
he says
gets
that.
me. And what if, like,
I don't think that he wants to believe that he hurt his kids. I think that he even looks back on what he did probably and thinks and doesn't want to think about it, because who does that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Shanann is one thing. Your kids is totally innocent. They didn't do
Holy
anything.
cow. Yeah.
Wait, can you hear, girls?
What? Yeah.
Oh, what do you think about Chris Watts? What do you look? Do you think Chris Watts killed his family by himself?
No, I haven't really heard like that much about it, but like I've seen the Netflix movie and stuff. And
Hey,
did
girls.
it himself. Hi.
What's happening?
Watching Netflix.
I like your wall hanging thing, the tie-dye thing. That's cool.
Thank you. My room is full of them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I see it on the ceiling
She's
too.
got the lights too. Yeah.
See.
Oh, how cool.
So
How clean your room is. It's nice to meet you guys.
It's nice to meet you too.
What are you guys doing today?
Our friend Jameson is coming over. We're gonna hang out with him. And then I think we're decorating for Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, fun. Oh.
The elf on the shelf. That's so
You should have the girls name him.
Girls. What were you gonna say?
Snowflake.
What high profile case? Oh, tell them about the stuff you were sending me. So my daughters are very into, if you guys, I've compared it a little bit on my channel, that Sabrina, what's her last name? Sabrina Proctor.
Yeah.
My girls sent me the videos. It said that, what do you think about those interviews? Do you think he was telling the truth? Those girls were weird interviewing him.
I didn't watch the whole thing because they were
You
just
didn't watch
making
the thing.
fun of him.
Do you think he really he's really like a serial killer?
I mean, something weird for sure.
Something weird for sure. Hey.
I have a question for the girls.
Wait, really quick. Are you guys by yourself right now?
We're in her room. We're in my room, but Kelly's home.
By yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go.
How beautiful do you think your mom's gonna look when she gets her new teeth?
Do
you think that she'll look totally different?
Oh, her teeth. I think she does already, but yeah, she will.
Yeah.
She's
think I
beautiful
look-
just the way she is. Cher
She's
got
gonna.
that natural beauty.
She does.
Ew.
I told you, you're beautiful the way you are, but you're gonna be so much more confident. I can't
Yep.
wait. I'm excited for you guys. Excited.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Cher, I got my teeth done and I have dentures and
Jeffrey,
I'm
stop.
proud of them, girl. I could take them out at night. Just don't put them in your bra and actually bend over and they fall out of your boobs because they
Oh my
break.
god. Hey girls, I love you.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Miss you
Bye,
lots.
beautiful.
Bye, girls.
Bye.
Okay, now that they're gone, I have an adult question for you.
Yeah.
Hold your ears. Can
Yes,
you
it is really good when you put them in.
what?
Yes,
No,
it is.
can you do blowjobs with your teeth in?
Yes, but no.
Yes?
But
No?
yeah. Hold on.
Yes?
Did you just ask what I think you just asked?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
she
want.
did.
No, yes, I did because
Google it, share.
yes, I've been worried. Can we do it or
Can
not?
you see them?
With your teeth in?
My camera's really effed up.
You look beautiful.
I'm
They
so
look.
glad I'm not on camera right now. My face.
Oh, they're so nice.
Thank you. I only have makeup on from last night because it was my birthday yesterday, so I had to I woke up like this.
Oh, you woke up like this.
But yes, you can do it, but you have to put on the glue.
Okay.
And I don't like to wear the glue because I like to just pop them out whenever the hell I want to pop them out. But they're really look. Hold on.
I did not expect that question. When you
I'm
said I have an
sorry.
adult
I
question,
need to know these
I
things.
thought it was going to be about the Watts case, and then you're like,
And Kay would probably want to know too. She probably would Google it.
"Oh my God, Tracy!"
I'm showing the whole world my
Holy,
dentures, and I'm proud of it.
holy,
Yeah, the idea of getting a gummer.
yikes, Ashley!
Oh,
You got to
wow.
be proud of who you are. You know what I mean?
Thank
If
you for
somebody's
sharing
gonna
that with
love
me.
you, they'll love you for who you are, not what you look like.
Wow,
Or
right? That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
You're,
these are my little girls.
Oh, hi, beautiful.
aw,
Lily, come here. This is Liliana. Hold on. She's very shy, but she's beautiful. Who is that? But no, you're gonna be so happy once you get your teeth. You will have so much confidence, and it's just everything. The smile. My man's like, "You're not toothless no more." I'm like, "Ooh."
look at Jessica's comment.
And you won't want your teeth in when you do blowjobs.
I
You
won't.
No,
Oh.
the way my husband describes it, it's so much better than with teeth because you don't scratch them.
Yeah, that hurts.
Oh, okay. That's what I was thinking. That's why I asked, because I'm like, well, wait, won't that like kind of scrape like where? Yeah. Anyways, I had questions.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
everybody.
My dress kind of matches your daughter's wall.
Oh, I like that dress. I love colorful clothes.
$10 at Ross. Very
Ross.
comfortable.
Oh, it's a dress. Oh, cute.
Comfortable.
Okay.
But no, you're going to love your teeth. When do you get them done?
January 3rd and 4th.
Ooh, soon, soon.
Yep.
Happy
You're
New
going to
Year.
love them. And they're
I know
comfortable.
the new
Make
year.
sure that they fit
Yeah, he
you
said
feel
about
comfortable in them.
3 months and then 6 months. There might need to be a little bit of adjusting, he said. So we'll see.
Well, right when they pull your teeth, you're so swollen. You know what I mean? Like your mouth has to heal, and then they do the mold and all that good shit.
Mm,
But yeah, you would want to take them out to do the fun stuff.
okay.
Yee.
Sex education with dentures, folks. I need to know these
Yeah,
things. And Jay is
but
back.
it is
Wait,
a good
that's her.
feeling to have them when you don't have the right teeth. My teeth used to be so beautiful, but then my son, I was tickling him one day and literally he kicked me in my front mouth
Oh,
and he broke all my teeth. I was so depressed. I'm like, oh my God, when am I gonna get my teeth?
oh,
But
I'm anxious. I don't know why, but I'm a little bit scared. Well, I'm a lot scared. I don't know why.
it is scary. And if you can save any of your teeth, try to save them because you could make a bridge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or wear them on a necklace. Really freak
Um,
people out.
I mean, dentures are good. You'll like them. You can take them out whenever you want. I'm actually still learning how to eat with them. That's
Mm.
that's a whole nother.
How long has it been since you got them?
Probably like 4 months.
Okay. And talking and stuff, like I know they gave me like a list of words that are going to be hard. I'll have to practice.
At first, yeah.
Yeah.
I had to change my avatar.
I really oh
Yeah.
sorry. No, I appreciate when people are because well, I have no
Did you
filter.
just change
I
it?
like people are honest with me of questions. How will I know if I don't ask people that
Oh my God, it cracked me
know
up.
the answer?
Yeah.
I don't really want to Google everything either. If anything ever happens and people take my phone to have to look at it, it's going to be wild.
Mhm.
Thank you. I don't know who that was too. The crystal, you look very good. Really good. I don't know who that's to. But they will look really good. You'll love them. You'll love your dentures. They change your whole face, like your
Oh,
Hmm.
you're gonna
whole
look like
look.
a different person. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
But try to go with the whitest ones.
No, I don't want that. He showed me pictures of actual patients, and he
Hmm.
said that I'm going with uh, like the third or fourth whitest on
Yeah.
there because it matches. Like
It looks
I,
more natural.
it looks more natural. I don't want to have. Some people look okay with like the bleached out, but I wanted it to look as natural as possible.
I had really, really white teeth. So that's
Mm.
why I went with the whitest ones. But I didn't go with the white ones. I went with the second. Hold on. I went with the second whitest. I
Mm.
literally dropped them, so they're cracked.
Are
Yeah.
they?
Yeah. I
What
gotta get them fixed.
happens? So what happens? So you have to take them out. Then, excuse me, you have to pay for a whole new bridge again, or
No, they just gotta like they broke in the gum area, so they have to like fix it however they do it. I don't know.
oh,
Hopefully my insurance will cover it, but I doubt it because I already paid like 3 grand for them.
mm.
How
That
much
is
are you
so
paying for
expensive.
yours?
With all the extractions and everything, well for the dentures and for a year of visits and everything, it's 5,200 Canadian. And then for my
Wow.
extractions, it will be between 1,500 and
You don't
2,000.
have like insurance or Medicaid, nothing?
Well, but after I have my dentures, I can get denture insurance, like you were saying. I looked at that, but yeah, then you're paying every month. If nothing does happen to them, we're still paying. It's like $160 a month. It's crazy. So
Do you have health insurance though?
No.
no, I can get it. I'm Canadian, but they're not pay. They don't pay for the place where I'm
They don't
going.
cover the
They'll take
dentures. That's messed
You
up.
have
take
to
the
pay
denture
cash.
insurance, which I cannot
Isn't
get.
it crazy too how much the implants are if you get those?
Yeah. That
Wow.
is
Like
so messed
20,
up. They should cover
30,000.
everything.
I mean,
It's
20,
like your teeth are
30,000
so
for your
important and
mouth?
then the teeth are
Like
so expensive.
$16,000 to get the screw-in dentures that I thought I was getting. So yeah, teeth because
Wow.
is I really
Yeah,
like.
I'm going to
I mean, and let's face it,
Mexico to
even if
go
you
get
have dental
porcelain.
insurance, it doesn't cover much, maybe a grand
Yeah.
at the most, you know?
Mhm.
They have the maximum is usually 500 or a grand. And it's like when you
Wow.
get thousands of dollars, it doesn't really
They're
touch it,
so
you know?
expensive. It's like, really? That's
Mhm.
why people have bad teeth because they can't freaking
Exactly.
afford to have teeth.
Exactly.
Like my daughter needs braces, and it's like $6,000 to get braces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
very
like, are you
expensive.
kidding me? Like, dude, really?
It is
That's why
expensive.
children
My
have
daughter's
crooked teeth.
braces were $5,000.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
What is this world coming to? And then they raise the
After
freaking gas
insurance.
on us. How much is gas in Tampa?
Oh, like I think I paid $3.12 yesterday.
Ours is like $3.29.
Oh, really?
Jay's in Florida.
Only
Jay,
due
get
for it.
married in your yard.
What?
We're getting married at Jay's house. You're in Florida.
Yeah,
We're getting married at your house.
right on the beach.
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
20 minutes away. Oh, hey, Draw Latina. I haven't seen you in a long time. Oh, she wants the link for the GoFundMe share.
All the links are in the description.
Yeah.
She said, could you please send the link by typing it out for me? It's not showing up on GoFundMe. I don't know what that means.
Link. Oh, GoFundMe link.
I'm
Or
not
which
sure what link she's talking about.
link?
360 in Pennsylvania. Oh,
Just tell me which links you need, and I will drop them.
that's so nice. She's so nice, and she's a very generous lady. That's really sweet.
Thank you to everybody you guys have made.
Yeah, a lot of people.
All together, I think about $2,000 has been donated towards my. I need just under $8,000. So you guys are. I can't.
Yeah,
Wow.
so much.
And I have been looking into. I'm going to be using my platform one way or another to be helping people to get their smiles.
I heard
I
you say that.
found
Share that's so nice.
I found a foundation that specifically helps women and children who have been in domestic violence, because when you go through things, you can't go to the dentist, or you're getting hit around and your teeth get hurt, and again, you're not allowed to go to the dentist because they might get found out of their abuse or whatever. So I did leave them. I hope they call me back tomorrow, but I'm going to be calling them every day. But they put me through to the voicemail for the higher up people. And I said, I'd love to use my platform any way I can to help this foundation. So,
How cool.
yeah,
And you're
hopefully,
doing it the right way, you know?
yeah. I don't want nobody sending me anything. If I can have it go right to a foundation or a bank or something, and then say at the end of every year, here's how much I've helped raise, and either it's enough to help someone with a whole smile or even half. Sometimes people only get to do the tops or the bottoms, and they have to wait 10 more years to do the other one or whatever before they can afford again.
Or they
So,
only have half of the money,
yeah.
you know?
So some way I will figure out how to use my platforms to help people get smiles.
See, and
That would
that's
be
the kind of
amazing.
person that Cher is. She pays it forward and gives back. And that's what I love about you, is that you take your own experience and you want to share that, you know?
Yeah.
Shares.
Shares.
Yep.
That would be amazing to give back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we definitely plan to.
Yep. Like I said, I have
I'll be
to
more excited to see the person.
and then, probably within a year, I'm giving myself a year, because I mean, I have to be in a position to be able to help ourselves and be stable. We both do, so that we can help others, So
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, that's why when my teeth are done, like you all said, I'll have more confidence, and my haters better watch out, because I'm gonna be on all day, every day. I'm just gonna be like
You're gonna
annoying.
feel so good about yourself, Cher. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. She's really worried about it, but it's gonna be.
I'm worried
And
because
then your hubby is gonna love it at night when you take him out.
it's formation of your face.
Well, a little bit.
I haven't seen myself with good teeth ever. I've always been made fun of, even when my teeth were there. My two
It will
fronts
be
were
a big relief then. You're gonna feel so good.
yeah, it'll be all.
You deserve it. You really deserve it, Cher.
Yes, she does.
And your hubby's gonna love it when you take it out at night.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, you won't want her to stop. You'll be like, "Don't stop, baby, don't stop." And then to see her smile is, it's priceless. You can't put a price on that.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
I wanted to show you guys my little dog. Come here, Jackson.
Yay, it worked for
This is
John.
my
Aw.
fur baby.
Oh, that's
Aw.
cute.
Wait, so how long did you
Look
have
at
to
her
wait?
palm trees, guys. Show us your palm trees again.
Hold on.
Oh, look at the little
That's my
dog.
dad in the
Isn't
background.
it
Don't
pretty
mind him.
out?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty out.
My little pumpkin garden. Oh, you gotta see our little caterpillars.
Oh my gosh, I had them too. I had them all over that plant. The one that got
They're
pollen
called
all over my
monarch.
curtains.
They're monarch butterflies. They're beautiful.
Yep, I've got them everywhere too.
We have a butterfly garden.
Hmm.
This is my oldest. This is Liliana.
Hello.
Oh, she's so pretty.
She's 14. But yeah, you're gonna feel so much better about yourself. And my kid's like, "Oh, mom, you can actually smile." I'm like,
There you go.
"You'll feel good."
What is your eyeshadow, Liliana?
Hold on, what is it?
Sierra wants to know about your eyeshadow.
Jeffree Star.
What is your what?
Eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I think it's from MAC. A palette from MAC.
I like that. I like those
orange
colors.
and pink. It's
Yeah,
just a
Cheryl.
regular.
Can I go?
Yes.
You would have to bring me
All right.
later when you're done.
Okay. You'll like it though. You'll love your new teeth. You'll want to put makeup on. I never put makeup on when I didn't have my teeth. It was like, what's the point when you don't feel pretty?
Yeah, it's gonna be wonders for
And
her.
then you feel insecure when you can't smile, and then when you finally can smile, you're like, you can't stop. You won't see her frowning at all. Trust me.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It will be good.
Yeah.
But I wanted to say something to Jay too. Hold on. With the Chris Watts story, have you guys ever went on like Craigslist?
What do you mean?
Like, okay.
I mean,
Okay,
I
I think
bought
it was,
things on Craigslist.
okay. It was in 2016 or 17. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, everybody on this panel, they don't know my hubby, so it don't matter. But my hubby wanted to be like kinky, I guess. And if you're under the age, get out of this panel because I'm gonna say some things. We ran into Chris Watts, and I know it's Chris Watts because I remember the phone number. It was a North Carolina number. It was a 917 something, and his name was Chris, and he lived in the Orlando. He was staying at Universal Studio and Disney World for a week with his family. Okay. And he was willing to pay me $200 to be with him and my husband, because my husband wanted to do some fantasies. And I literally backed down at the end because I couldn't do it. You know, once he said, "Oh, I have my family here," you know, it's like, really? My husband was looking actually for a single man to, you know, spice up the relationship, whatever
You're
it
saying,
was.
wait. You're saying that Chris Watts was staying at Disney World and wanted to swing while he
Yep.
was there with his family?
No, not with Shanann. His family was at Disney World. He wanted to meet me at another hotel and do
But
things with us.
whose family was at Disney World?
Him, Shanann, and his two kids, Bella and Cece.
They never took Bella and Cece to Disney World, though.
They were staying somewhere in Orlando, though. Universal something in Orlando.
That's a new one for me. I've never heard that.
Because
Okay.
I know, but we were on Craigslist, and his name was Chris. It was a gentleman, and I swear it was Chris Watts. It was him. I don't have the Gmail anymore. I swear, I searched and searched and destroyed my Gmails. I'm like, where is it? But I didn't. I backed down. I couldn't do it. You know what I mean? And I never ended up doing any fantasies with my husband.
I just feel like if the Watts family went to Disney, that there would be a lot of pictures of the girls.
That's what I was looking for too. I went back in Shanann's Facebook and I couldn't find anything on Disney. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm wondering if he lied about that and they were staying somewhere else or something. But I know they went to Miami, but I don't know. I have no idea. But he was trying to swing with us. It was weird.
I don't even know that they went to Miami. That's a new one for me as well. I've never heard that.
Yeah.
Did they ever come to Florida?
Not that I know of, no. Shanann went to Louisiana. They went to San Diego together for a Thrive
This
trip.
was
And
back
then they
in
went
like 2016,
to Mexico.
17.
17. It would have been the year before she was killed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Literally,
that's a new one for me. I've never heard they were in Florida.
That's the thing. I never did either, but I remember like the number who was the person texting us and Chris. His name was Chris on the Gmail. It just creeped me out. I didn't know if it was him or not. So I was like,
well, there was that other girl in Colorado that was mistaken identity too. That I can't remember her name offhand now.
Yeah. They met at like a chicken fillet thing. Yeah.
Yeah, her. What was her name? What was her first name? I can't remember.
I don't know. She was a bigger girl too. I don't know. I kind of believe her though.
The weird thing that came out about her was that she worked at the same salon, NK, or not NK, but NA was her.
Nicole Atkinson, yep.
Her boss.
Yep. I'm friends with her on Facebook. Atkinson.
Kind of a weird coinky dink there.
Yeah, right. Weird. You gotta wonder.
So
it's a small world, you know what I mean?
It is.
Yep.
Sometimes
I tried Thrive. And Thrive actually gives you energy, but if you're actually overweight, it could actually make you gain weight because there's so much good vitamins in it. And you're giving your body vitamins that it's just, I don't know. It didn't work for me.
I've never tried it myself. I know people that did.
And then like the DFT, the sticker things, they literally broke my skin out. They made me itch. They made a big red rash on me. It didn't
Chris
do
was
well
slapping on 2 of those things.
It did give me energy. It gave me energy. Like, dude, I was like, okay. But it also put 10 pounds within a month on me. So I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm already 170, so I don't need to be any bigger. But yeah, it's creepy. This world is a fucked up place.
Squids. I love Squids. He's so funny.
Hey, Squid.
Oh. Will you guys be a part of my panel tomorrow night? We're doing a parody Hollywood Squares. We got Bullhorn. Checking Convictions is going to be Bullhorn. Betty. Jay, I kind of wanted you to be CK, but whoever. But I'm asking people for like 1 hour to be in character of the YouTuber they choose. And we're going to do.
I'll give you 1 hour.
I want to join.
Well, 1 or 2 hours, I'm just saying.
I'll give you 1 hour.
1 hour, and you'll be CK?
For 1 hour.
Okay, tomorrow.
I'll have to poke my eyeballs out if I have to do it for longer than an hour.
Yeah, no. Okay, we'll do it for an hour of parody. Mr. Cher's not sure if he'll be Enchanted Light Path, but he likes Carl, so he doesn't want, I'm trying to tell him, no, this is in good fun, so he might be the host that's asking the questions, or he might be Carl. Depends how he feels.
Why don't you be Gray Hughes?
I don't know.
You would have to watch a couple videos.
Oh, he doesn't know who he is. Okay, hang on, let me think.
I know who he is, but I don't watch him.
Oh yeah, you could. I thought him being Robbie would be funny.
Oh, yeah, that might rub someone the wrong
That
way.
would-
It
Yeah,
would
some
ruffle
people would
his
not
tail
like that.
feathers. Yeah. So anyway,
I'm trying to think who would be funny.
7 Central, we're doing that. So I'm going to count you in for CK then. I'm going to set it all up today.
Okay, yeah, I did this before on another panel, so I already have the props. Did you know I did that before?
No,
Oh,
but I'm
shit.
going to watch it now today.
I'll have to send you the link.
Mhm.
Hey, Jay, I wanted your opinion on something
What's that?
about the
Oh,
summer
yeah, he could be
roasting.
Crafton. He could be Crafton.
Oh,
Thing is, I
Trying to
want
think
to
of the
be
man in
somebody
the
that,
community.
that I like.
yeah, that he likes and that he knows.
Because I don't want to be mean.
Mhm.
Oh, no, I like Crafton. I didn't know you didn't know him.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
really.
then be electronic because you know him. That would
Well,
be fun. Get some
literally.
tarot cards and like do your tarot thing for us on panel. That would be fun. He laughs. He's like, "Oh, I could get jiggy with that."
Yeah, I just got some regular playing cards, and I'll just make crap up. Okay, the 7 of hearts.
Yeah, you could totally make up fortunes for us.
That's
TK wants her
funny.
fortune read, please. So she's looking forward to that. You hear me?
I heard that.
CK is looking forward to having her fortune read.
Oh,
Ah, yes.
Or you could be Benny.
John's texting.
Yeah, see, I would, I
Be
could.
Don. Be Don.
I could be done.
Oh, yes. Yep,
Be Don.
be done. Yep.
Here, practice right now. She likes to twirl.
Yeah.
Yeah. She like twirled my arm, and I'm like,
And
Summer,
he
my
just
arm's
repeats the
tired. I
same
got
shit.
to work. I work
Be
all the time.
Don.
I work every
Please.
day.
Yeah, his answer to everything will be like, check out that. Just get to know Robin.
Hey
And
Jay. Have
That's
you
so
ever heard of
yeah,
Ellen White?
that has to happen.
yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect. Yay.
Tomorrow, yep.
Cher, are you? Don't tell me you're going to be Candace, though, please.
No, I'm
Oh,
being
nobody wants to be
like
Candace.
I'll go lightly.
Oh,
I'll
that's
go
right.
lightly, baby.
Okay, that'll be good.
And checking
got-
as being Bullhorn Betty.
Oh, shit.
Blowjob
And
Betty.
Oh, God, I saw that video. I was like, oh, jeez.
I just thought it was funny. And honestly, I don't know why all of them can't just get along, but just trying to find Summer. Like, really. But the thing with the knife, I love that. Cher, I love that. That was hilarious. Oh no, a knife! Look, it's plastic! Everybody run!
there's some people put in my chat like, we see a footprint in the snow. We're calling TBI.
Oh my god! And it was a butter knife.
I wanted to,
Oh, yeah,
to
that was
have
prefer
a
the one
Michael.
that have a piece of toast out there and a plate and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, no, because it wasn't a butter knife they found. I'm like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You should have put a big ass knife out there.
Cher, what time is
Go to the dollar
what
store
time
and
is
get
this?
those two knives.
What time is this panel that I have to get on with all of you peasants?
Are you guys all ready for Christmas?
No, and that's going to be tomorrow night, probably around 7.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Central tomorrow night we'll do it on Voices.
7
set it all up.
Eastern or Central?
Yeah, 7 p.m. Central.
Shit, which panel am I on? Am I on yours?
You're on Prairie
Mr.
Boy.
Cher?
Yeah, this is Mr. Ships.
Okay.
Although you wouldn't know
Definitely
it much, because it's not like I've been really
my people
contributing.
won't find it.
All right, well, I'm going to get off here. Start my
Alrighty.
It was
afternoon.
nice talking to you,
But
Jay.
it was nice talking to you. It was nice meeting you, Jennifer. And Mr. Cher, thank you for inviting me for coffee. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. I liked it.
Oh, make sure you watch tonight. I'm interviewing the pilot, the whole Young Eagles people who fly the planes. You remember the boys were in the planes?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so
Tonight?
interesting. that he's willing to do this interview because I did that video basically calling them out as helping me in sex trafficking, and he
Oh,
emailed me, and it somehow went from threatening me with lawyers to being willing to do interviews. So
When are you having them on?
tonight at 7.
Oh, yay. Okay, so 8
I want to
Eastern.
watch that.
It'd be a few different because there's chapters, and so he's in the Wisconsin chapter, but they all go. There's a Hawkins County chapter, and anyways, I just after this interview, it's interesting to find how often with the Wells case at Wisconsin and Hawkins County,
I wanted
like
to say one more thing
This is
about
going
the
to be
Wells
good.
case.
I'm excited.
Like literally, like the way they were going golfing, they were going on a plane, they were like celebrating a life that was gone, but it didn't make any sense. Like their daughter's missing, but they're going to have so much fun adventures that they never did in their life now that summer's gone. Like, come on. That's really weird. To me, that's weird. Doesn't fit right.
Mom,
What?
when you're done, can we go?
Yeah.
All right,
But
guys.
it just,
Well, I will see you peasants probably
tomorrow
tonight.
night.
I will come watch tonight if you know, I feel like blessing you with my presence.
Oh,
But yeah, maybe
oh yes, I
tomorrow.
know. Oh wait,
Right?
hold on. Let me. Yeah, hold on. If Diva J.
ooh, yeah, get it, girl.
Well,
Wakey
actually,
bake,
I'm
wakey bake.
I'm in my part of CK right now.
Isn't
So
it
that's why
illegal
I'm
to
calling you
smoke
peasants,
weed?
'cause-
Time out. Isn't it illegal to smoke weed while you're driving?
Yeah.
No, not while you're driving.
Like
It's
if I get high, because I have my medical card. If I
Yeah,
get
you're not
high and
supposed to
drive, I
drive
could get my
impaired.
medical card taken away.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not supposed to
you
drive
know,
impaired.
it's
But
driving
anyways,
impaired.
so I'm in character
talking
right
about
now.
Benny, though. That's not weed he's smoking when he's driving. It's CBD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering that.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have enough money to buy real weed.
Okay, don't go there. No.
I'm joking.
It's all expensive.
I bet
if
you he
you ask
does have
me.
enough money to buy it.
It's all expensive if you ask me.
Yeah,
It
it
is.
is.
Everybody wants it legal, and then I mean,
CBD ain't any cheaper than actual weed.
taxes.
Yep, the government is the big time drug dealers.
True.
That's how it rolls.
Mm.
But it was nice talking to you guys, and have a good day. Have a blessed Sunday, everybody.
You too.
Bye.
And how would I get a hold of you girls? Do I give you my email or?
Yeah, I hear voices19 at yahoo.com. I'll put it in the link or in the chat.
Okay, mine is Lily Anna Berry. I
Why don't
think
you just email her and then she'll
2007.
have it. Send her
Yeah,
an
just
email.
email. I'm gonna put my email in the chat, and then you can just email me, and I'll have your email, and then I'll send you Jay's email too.
Okay, thank you so much.
Squids,
You guys
where
have a
are
blessed
you at?
Sunday. I'm gonna run. My kids want me. Have a
Squids,
good
where do
Sunday,
you?
everybody.
Squids, where do you live that it went way down in price? Because it's been the opposite here.
Maybe someone.
I think Squids is in Canada too.
What was I putting?
I'm not sure. Your email. I'm not sure where Squids is from.
Jay, when we get to Florida, we got to do a meet and greet together, all three of us.
Oh, Winnipeg.
For
You're
sure.
not that far away from me, actually. We're about 5 hours apart.
If you ever want to take a trip, the borders are open for non-essential travel, and we got a spare room.
Yeah, I might think about that in the summertime, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to come up here now.
yeah. Winnipeg.
It's
Where
pretty
the heck
cold
is
up
Winnipeg?
there. We'll stay away from there. We're Floridians. Canada's
Well, I'm
pretty
from
cold.
Michigan, so I know the cold, but I'm originally from Michigan, yeah.
I never left Florida, so I'm like, I never seen snow, but I want to.
I used to go to Billy Graham in Michigan all the time. What was it called? The Revival.
The what?
The Revival. Billy Graham. Does nobody know Billy Graham?
I know.
I know who Billy Graham is.
Once a year to Michigan to see him at the
Are you serious?
thing that he would hold in the freaking stadium of thousands and thousands of people
You went to that? Why?
every year. Well, because the group home I was a part of, the Bible thumper, like,
Oh, they were religious.
it was crazy. I was shipped off to all sorts of things. Trying
So it
to,
was like a field trip every year.
yeah, it was an excuse for us youth to go away for 5 days with no parents. So you can imagine what was actually happening at the Billy Graham concerts or whatever.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, we stayed at hotels and
The opposite of what was
they're
probably
trying
supposed
to
to be going
distill
on.
Jesus in all of us damaged kids, but we were just being inappropriate.
But you guys have a good day. I'm gonna run. It was
All
nice
right.
talking.
All
Bye,
right,
everybody.
bye.
What smells in your room?
All right, well, I have accepted your challenge for tomorrow.
Yay!
Reluctantly. But maybe I can give an update on, my latest court case, so I can catch all the peasants up to date on what's going on with me, since I got booted off YouTube. So I have the props. I'll be ready to go. And I will definitely watch tonight. That's interesting. Good job getting that guy to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what I'll be working on after this, but it should be interesting. If you think of any questions, text me.
Okay, I will. All right. Thanks again for having me on, you guys.
Absolutely. Anytime.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Jay. All right. We kind of went off the rails a little bit for a while there, but it was a good one. Yeah. Nice little Sunday morning coffee and chat with some people. Yeah, I'm ending. Oh. But yeah, so check out, that's on Voices tonight, right?
Tonight, I've got to set it up, yeah.
So later tonight on Voices Behind the Wall, she's going to be interviewing that guy who is involved with flying the kids all over the place and all that. That's going to be interesting. And then tomorrow night, doing that parody thing, she's going to be Molly Golightly. Jay is going to be Critical K. I'll be Don Wells. And we got a couple other people coming up too. So that's going to be a fun one. But yeah. So that's it. Thanks for hanging. Thank you to the new members and people who gave super chats. Very much appreciated. And we will talk at you tonight. But until then, this is Prairie Boy 77, aka Mr. Share, saying good day, good night, and Godspeed. Later, peeps. Woo!